They turned to the St. Christopher Truckers Relief Fund. The St. Christopher Truckers Relief Fund is a 501c3 truck driver charity that steps in to cover necessity household items when an injury or illness takes a driver off the road. Learn more and donate today at truckersfund.org. That's truckersfund.
The thought of my sons growing up without me inspired me to quit smoking.
I talked to my doctors, and then I threw away all my cigarettes, ashtrays, and lighters.
I started exercising instead of smoking.
Staying away from alcohol when I was first quitting was key.
I kept on trying, learned something each time.
Do whatever it takes.
No matter how many times it takes.
We did it, so can you.
For free help, call 1-800-QUIT-NOW. A message from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and CDC.
I'm Ed Horrell, author of The Kindness Revolution. My wife and I enjoyed a wonderful dinner last week with friends we hadn't seen in a long time. The next day, I sent a text message letting them know how much we enjoyed being with them. That same day, we received a handwritten note, which they delivered to our mailbox, letting us know how much they had enjoyed our dinner, along with an article we had discussed. That note and that effort means a lot to me, and it should. The fact they had taken the time to write and deliver a heartfelt note sure made my little text message seem somewhat indifferent. In today's high-tech, low-touch world, how refreshing it is to get a thoughtful, handwritten note once in a while. Well, it's enough to inspire me. I'm ordering stationery and getting in the handwritten note business today, and I hope I can make someone's world a little kinder. To learn more, check us out at thekindnessrevolution.net.
Russell Wilson here. With Play 60, United Way and the NFL are helping kids play at least 60 minutes a day. To get involved, go to unitedway.org/play60. Are you guys going to do that every time? Brought to you by United Way and the Ad Council.
He is the voice of the conservative millennial, the Ben Shapiro Show.
They're not going to be willing to keep the government shut down.
Today at 3 p.m. on News Radio 1440.
It's Red Eye Radio. He is Eric Harley, and I'm Gary McNamara, 86690. Red Eye, I'm just reading here from the Wall Street Journal. This about the president and the Strategic Oil Reserve. He says he'll release 180 million barrels from the National Strategic Petroleum Reserve in the next 6 months. That would be the biggest release in history and reduce its reserve to the lowest level since 1984. But the oil needs to be replaced, which will push up future demand and costs.
So it basically, we are a member of the International Energy Agency, and according to that agreement with that in that organization, and as a member, we must stockpile the amount of petroleum equivalent to at least 90 days of U.S. imports. So that's the very least. But presidents in the past, including President Trump, in 2020, at the beginning of the COVID pandemic, ordered the Department of Energy to increase that stockpile because we didn't know what the supply chain was going to do. And now, which, by the way, brings up another point. We don't have to be at war. We still have a massive supply chain issue when it comes to a number of things. And the last thing you want is that kind of supply chain issue again, if we're depending on imports, which this administration is hell bent on doing. And if that's the case, from unfriendly nations,
from pariahs.
Yes, exactly. And
petroleum from pariahs.
And all of this, you look at it, and essentially these are royalties in kind. The oil companies used to pay for their leases with cash. Now they pay in part with these. They pay the royalties by stocking the SPR. And so it's basically a royalty in kind, and any president can direct the Department of Energy to go here or there depending on the situation if there's an emergency. But the fact of the matter is there isn't a supply emergency here. There is it is a policy, not an emergency. This is policy that we're not going after our own.
This hour's news is brought to you by Travel Centers of America, home of World's Best Coffee, the freshest roast on the road.
This is Red Eye Radio on Westwood One.
Denny's is here to serve America's professional truck drivers, providing a hot, down-home meal on the go. Order ahead at Denny's.com today. Hours in participating restaurants. Mayfair, I'm Eric Harley. He's Gary McNamara for the Eden Pure Thunderstorm Air Purifier. You know, Gary, I do have one complaint about the thunderstorm. I used to be able to smell when my dog needed a bath. Well, now I have to go outside, but you know, it's a really great benefit using O3 molecules. They go to work, they quickly destroy viruses, odors, mold, and so much more.
Trash cans, cigarette smoke, dirty diapers,
Mhm.
all those smells in your home, and the thunderstorm does such a great job.
It's portable, compact. You'll love it. Right now, you can save $200 on the Eden Pure Thunderstorm 3-pack for whole home protection. You get 3 units for under $200. Put one in your basement, your bedroom, family room, your vehicle, anywhere.
Go to EdenPureDeals.com and put in discount code REDEYE3 and save $200. That's EdenPureDeals.com, discount code REDEYE3. Shipping is free.
At Progressive Commercial, we know truckers make the world go round, so we survey them often.
Remember, guys, honking means yes, silence means no. Did you know our mobile app when you see hipsters wearing trucker hats, you just want to hot wax their lug jobs? I guess I can skip the next question about whether I should return the one I just bought. Okay, again the first time.
Quote today at ProgressiveCommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
Come join Red Eye Radio's host Eric Harley at Red Eye Radio Lobby Booth for a boot, scoot, and good time during the Mid-America Trucking Show, March 24th through the 26th at the Fair and Expo Center in Louisville, Kentucky. Mid-America will be celebrating its 50th anniversary. This year's star-studded event features live appearances and musical performances from country music sensations like Lucas Hoge, J.D. Shelburne, Jason Bird, Shane Owens, Mackenzie Phipps, Tony Justice, and many more. Visit their lobby booth number 41064 and register for great prizes like CB radios, GPS units, and much more. Visit RedEyeRadioshow.com for more information. Partners of this year's Red Eye Radio events include Shell Rotella, Call On Doc, Mercer Transportation, House Products, Pilot Flying J, Denny's, Motel 6, and the St. Christopher Truckers Fund. Don't miss out on the fun with Red Eye Radio's celebrity lineup at the Mid-America Trucking Show, March 24th through the 26th at the Kentucky Fair and Expo Center, booth number 41064 in South Wing Lobby A.
For over 30 years, The Trucker has been the leading source of trucking industry news and information for truck drivers across the U.S. The Trucker provides the latest and most comprehensive news affecting the trucking industry with award-winning journalism and news coverage that is informative, objective, and engaging. So visit thetrucker.com today for up-to-date news. That's thetrucker.com. Or pick up a copy of The Trucker along with the Trucker Jobs magazine at select TA, Petro, and other truck stops throughout the nation.
WIAM, the home of the Ben Shapiro Show, and heard on 95.1 HD3 FM, Montgomery, the Cumulus Media. This is CBS News on the Hour, your home for original reporting.
I'm Deborah Rodriguez. Drivers across the country are seeing an average 1 cent a gallon drop in gas prices this morning. The national average is down to $4.21 a gallon after President Biden announced he's releasing 1 million barrels of oil a day from the nation's strategic reserves. Driver Ellie Staples is still paying well over $5 a gallon for gas in San Francisco.
They say it's a war in Ukraine, and I get that too, but wait a minute, just another excuse. We should be able to have cheaper gas here, so they're just gouging us.
Connecticut has joined Maryland and Georgia in offering drivers a state gas tax holiday. The AAA's Tracy Noble.
It's certainly going to be a welcome relief for drivers in Connecticut. 25 cents is a big deal.
High gas prices are driving up prices for just about everything because of increased trucking costs. WBBM TV's Sabrina Franza visited a fruit and vegetable purveyor in Chicago.
Tesla Produce is filling 40 to 45 trucks a day with diesel. So on average, that equates to $5,000 to $10,000 extra dollars a month.
North of the Ukraine border, fuel burning at a Russian oil depot gunships. The Red Cross says it's hopeful of rescuing thousands of people trapped in Mariupol. Correspondent Vicky Barker is at the foreign desk.
160,000 people are believed to be trapped in Mariupol, which has been all but flattened by weeks of Russian bombardments.
Where can we go? We're afraid. Can you imagine living and walking among the dead bodies?
A convoy of 45 buses is making its way to the city this hour, but even if the Russians keep their promise of safe passage, those buses can only evacuate a small fraction of Mariupol's wretched population.
A producer of the Academy Awards says police were ready to arrest Will Smith after he slapped Chris Rock on stage Sunday night, but Rock stopped them. Will Packer tells ABC.
The LAPD officers finished laying out what his options were, and they said, would you like us to take any action? And he said no.
At the Vatican, Pope Francis has begged forgiveness for what he calls deplorable abuses suffered by Indigenous people in Canadian residential schools. He says he's ashamed and he will travel to Canada to apologize in person. Target becomes the latest retailer to accept food stamps from online shoppers. CBS's Diane King Hall.
Retail giant is joining Walmart and Amazon by letting customers use SNAP benefits to pay for their online food and beverage orders. About 42 million Americans use the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program. Some Target locations already accept EBT payments in store.
This is CBS News.
There's always something new under the sun. CBS Mornings, weekdays on CBS.
Oil investments involve a high degree of risk and actual results may vary.
Oil keeps going up as the Russia conflict escalates. Get in on the next major oil boom now and help the U.S. with your patriotic investment that can potentially pay you monthly income for up to 20 or more years. That's the sound of a producing oil well and the sound of a smart investment. If you're an SEC accredited investor, you can take advantage of Encore Energy's projects. The U.S. government needs your investment in oil and is allowing you to write off nearly 100% of your investment in the first year. Goldman Sachs is projecting oil to go up to $100 a barrel. Call 800-278-7455. Call now and learn how to deduct 100% of your investment and create 20 or more years of potential monthly income. Call 800-278-7455. You'll be calling directly to the home office of Encore Energy. That's 800-278-7455.
Resettlement groups in Texas are getting ready to help a new wave of refugees.
Texas is expecting to resettle around 12,000 Ukrainian refugees. Russell Smith, the CEO of Refugee Services of Texas, says they're preparing to help between 3,000 and 5,000 of them.
One positive thing is that we've ramped up capacity and staff with the Afghans, so we're kind of ready for the next wave.
Over the past year, they've been able to resettle 2,500 Afghan refugees, and they're just finishing that second wave.
Maybe late summer and fall, we'll start seeing Ukrainians.
Chris Fox for CBS News, Austin.
A fashion photographer famous for photos of models and Princess Diana has died. Patrick DeMarchelier also made a cameo appearance in the movie The Devil Wears Prada about Vogue editor Anna Wintour. His association with Condé Nast ended in 2018 when he was accused of making unwanted advances. DeMarchelier was 78. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
Ron's Roofing knows that when a storm damages your roof, it's hard to know what to do next. Easy. Rely on the most trusted and recognized roofing name, Ron's Roofing. They'll help protect you from the next storm. Ron's Roofing understands that your roof is your home's first line of defense. That's why they work with all insurance companies to ensure that your home is protected from any unexpected storms. A job won't get the Ron's Roofing name on it unless it's done right. Visit ronsroofing.com or call 215-0070.
Tim James. Ben Franklin said there are only two things certain in life, death and taxes. Now, thanks to Kay Ivey, there's a third. Death, taxes, and Kay Ivey's gas tax increase that goes up automatically without a vote, forever. Tim James. Governor Ivey and the political crowd found a way to raise taxes forever without having to vote on it. Gasoline is a commodity. It goes up and down. When they did it, gas was under $2. Now it's over $3. All of this taken together is very hard on your paycheck. Kay Ivey's gas tax increase that goes up automatically without a vote. It's my opinion that the time has come to give I'm Tim James, and as governor, I will repeal the never-ending gas tax tax increase because working folks need a break. It's time to fight back. Tim James, Governor. Paid for by Tim James, Governor 2022.
Stacking Benjamins with Joe and his good friend OG not only has great financial insight, it's laid back with humor too.
Joe and his gang.
And it's a great book, Joe. You're going to be autographing them, right, while we're there?
For $10 extra. No, I'm kidding. Yes, the #1 way to make money. Write a book and charge everybody $10.
You know, Joe, I still have not gotten my own signed copy of that. I have a hard copy, but it's not signed, so I guess I'll have to bring it.
I'm a horrible human being.
Stacking Benjamins. Listen wherever you get your podcasts.
Telling it like it really is. It's the Dan Bongino Show, weekdays from 11 to 2 on News Radio 1440.
News Radio 1440. Okay, verified that. Verified that. And go here.
Your WSFA First Alert.
It's Friday. Friday.
This Saturday, tune into HGTV's Build It Forward in collaboration with Lowe's and 100 Hometowns. Build It Forward will select 5 local heroes for a surprise home renovation. Saturday at 5 p.m. Central on HGTV and streaming on Discovery Plus.
A beautiful start to the month of April. Plenty of sunshine today. Temperatures get up to about 71 degrees. For tonight, another crisp night under mostly clear skies, down to 43. We'll be in the mid-70s on Saturday. We'll have a little more cloud cover Saturday, but that rain chance, we've really taken that out. We are dry with a mix of sun and clouds. Mid-70s to upper 70s on Sunday, sunshine, and then a great Monday, low 80s before rain and storms return for Tuesday and Wednesday.
That's your First Alert forecast. I'm meteorologist Tyler Seabury for News Radio 1440.
Montgomery Skywatch Traffic, brought to you by Brubaker Motors. It's better at Brubaker on News Radio 1440.
Good morning, Montgomery. Right now, things are looking good. Your Friday kicks off with no major problems or accidents. Interstate systems moving smoothly into the Tri-County area from Clanton, Albany, Greenville. No problems on Highway 80 or 14 coming in from Selma, and 231 south out of Wetumpka, north out of Troy, still carrying light traffic. Tomorrow is Trenton State's second annual Cruise In. It's April 2nd. Vintage sports cars, muscle cars, motorcycles, and more. It's free. It's open to the public. Food and entertainment will be on site. Buckle up, it's the law. For Montgomery Skywatch Traffic, this is Major Delay.
Selecting the best choice for tires can be confusing with all the brands and options available. Trust the #1 rated tire pros in Montgomery at Chico's Auto Pros for your tire needs.
Good.
Good morning. I'm Jeff Davis. Here's what's happening in the news on this Friday. Severe storms damaged 3 buildings.
It was it.
The Brook Hall and the 3D Art Building have minor damage, but Vaca Hall, which houses the Alabama Traffic Safety Center, suffered significant damage due to storms. Those students were gone for spring break. The school is asking those students who don't live on campus to stay away from campus until it reopens on Monday. The Alabama Forestry Commission is warning the public about a growing number of wildfires in our state. Earlier this week, there were 78 fires burning nearly 3,000 acres, and a dozen fires were burned yesterday. And in just the last week, the state has had 156 fires burning nearly 5,000 acres. All you bargain hunters, listen up. The Juniper League of Montgomery is hosting its annual garbage sale this weekend. Fundraiser that helps a lot of people through charities.
That is good.
The sale starts at 8 o'clock tomorrow morning, goes through 1 p.m. at the Alcazar Shriners.
Okay, let me see.
That's your news on this Friday.
I go reason some of y'all don't got it, because y'all don't want it. Okay. That's done. Okay. And this is done.
At Budget Car and Truck Sales, you can drive a like-new car, truck, van, or sport utility with just a nickel down. Stress-free. Are credit problems in the past keeping you stressed out? My credit approval process will take the stress away. Owe too much on your trade? We'll pay you up to $4,055 for any trade. Stress-free. If gas prices are stressing you out, the Nickel Pickle Sale will help you out. Stress-free. We are the people's car dealer. Budget Car and Truck Sale, 61 Mendale Parkway, next to Fraser Church, or in Fayetteville, 508 McQueen Smith Road, across from Walmart. Visit us online at buybudgetonline.com.
Hey folks, this is Major Delay. Not too long ago, I was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes. Now, few things are as important as the health of my feet. First order of business, have your feet checked by a podiatrist. Without hesitation, I told my doctor I'm going to Dr. Brian Kelly with Greenville Foot Care. I went to his clinic on Winton Blunt behind Baptist East. The staff was friendly and professional. I was in and out in less than 30 minutes. And in that short span of time, with a few simple observations, Dr. Kelly shed light on two major issues I had had with my feet and ankles all my life. I was amazed. Not only was the checkup quick and easy, I felt comfortable and informed. Even recommended certain shoes that benefit the structure.
Yeah, all those things are pretty interesting.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's fine. Okay. Yeah. I thought somebody hijacked this.
No. As long as it's not red, I don't care what's there.
See Dr. Brian Kelly. Okay. Call for an appointment 334-265-7585 or check out greenvillefootcare.com.
I don't care.
Who would you trust on border security? Donald Trump or Barack Obama?
No.
It's an easy question, unless you're career politician Mo Brooks. Mo Brooks actually described Donald Trump's immigration position as worse than Obama's. He even called Donald Trump's plan to build a border wall and deport illegal immigrants a, quote, fruitless exercise. And Mo Brooks said we couldn't trust Trump on border security. Just listen.
Donald Trump is not going to do what people think he's going to do.
Career politician Mo Brooks didn't trust Trump, so how can Alabama trust Mo to stand up for us? Katie Britt's border security plan is just like Trump's. Show back the blue, support law enforcement, stop the drugs pouring across our border, and finish building Trump's wall. Katie Britt, Trump tough on border security. Alabama's future paid for is responsible for the content of this advertising, not authorized by any candidate or candidates committee. Alabama'sFuturePack.com.
They are the two sexiest fat men alive. Really fine. And you can hear Rick and Bubba on News Radio 1440, beginning at 9 a.m. Depend on it. Sometimes you need to reset. Refocus on your day.
Well, it's Friday. Friday.
And change the focus from the problem to the problem solver. This is Decisions with Kevin Elkins.
Tomorrow morning if you wake up and the sun does not appear,
And good morning, Montgomery, Alabama. Once again, it's time to rise and shine if you can. First thing is, though, the first thing you say is thank God you are still here. You have made it to this day. Everything else is extra. Good morning to you. It is time for our daily bread. It's a Friday morning. It is the first day of April. Feels like the first day of winter almost out there, but that's okay. I got it. I got it under control. Yeah. But it's a little chilly, about 50 degrees outside this morning. Other than that, though, it's a beautiful, beautiful day. Like I always say, it's better to be on top of the ground than the ground on top of you. Today's daily bread is simply entitled Witness Marks. Scripture insight today comes from Romans 15:1-6. Romans 15:2 says, each of us should please our neighbors for their good, to build them up. And I realize sometimes it's hard to remember that, but do right by others, even when others don't do right by you. And again, it is the first day of April, 2022 AD. It is a day that has never been. There's never been April 1, 2022. And guarantee this, it will never come again. It is a once-in-a-lifetime deal. And once it's gone, you don't get a do-over. You don't get it back. And once it's gone, you don't get to summon it from the past. So whatever you do with this day, make sure that if tomorrow should be, you be proud of what you have done this day, April 1st, 2022. If you've lived a while, and I say the same every morning because each day is a new day. Nothing of the past matters, and you don't know the future. If you've lived a while, you've seen, you've heard many, many yesterdays. And if we are blessed and given a lot of grace and mercy thrown in, we may, I'm not sure, but we may see some tomorrows. But if tomorrows should never be, then it is this day. That is the first day of the rest of your life. What you're going to do with it? Well, whatever you do what you can, while you can, for whom you can, until you can. Benjamin Elijah May said, whatever we do in life, we should do it so well, no man living, no man dead, and no man yet to be born can do it any better. And I say, if that is the standard by which you live life, you shall always be successful. Oh, you'll fail at a thing or two. After all, we all do. But when the mountains are high and the valleys are low, sometimes you got to go through the mountain. And don't forget this. No matter how many clouds there are, the sun hasn't moved. Wait a minute. Pray a little, and it'll come out. Witness marks. That's our daily bread for this day, April the 1st, 2022. Good morning, Montgomery. It's a great day to be alive.
Welcome to today's encouragement from Our Daily Bread. The devotional for today, written by James Banks, is titled Witness Marks. See that? The clock repairman pointed his flashlight beam on a small, fine mark roughly engraved inside the old grandfather clock he was working on in our home. Another repairman could have put that there almost a century ago, he said. It's called a witness mark, and it helps me know how to set the mechanism. Before the age of technical bulletins and repair manuals, witness marks were used to help the person making a future repair align moving parts with precision. They were more than just time-saving reminders. They were often left as a simple kindness to the next person doing the work. The Bible encourages us to leave our own witness marks as we work for God by serving others in our broken world. The Apostle Paul wrote to the church in Rome, each of us should please our neighbors for their good, to build them up. This is the example of our God, who gives endurance and encouragement. It's about being a good citizen of both earth and heaven. Our witness marks may seem like small things, but they can make a vital difference in someone's life. An uplifting word, a financial gift to someone in need, and a listening ear. All are kindnesses that can leave a lasting impact. May God help you make a mark for Him in someone's life today. Now let's listen to the Apostle Paul's words. This is today's Our Daily Bread devotional scripture reading. It's taken from the 15th chapter of Romans, verses 1 through 6. We who are strong ought to bear with the failings of the weak and not to please ourselves. Each of us should please our neighbors for their good, to build them up. For even Christ did not please himself, but, as it is written, the insults of those who insult you have fallen on me. For everything that was written in the past was written to teach us, so that through the endurance taught in the Scriptures and the encouragement they provide, we might have hope. May the God who gives endurance and encouragement give you the same attitude of mind toward each other that Christ Jesus had, so that with one mind and one voice you may glorify the God and Father of our Lord Jesus Christ. Let's pray. Almighty Father, thank you for the loving kindness that you've shown us through your Son, Jesus. Please help us to reflect your love in even the smallest things that we do today. Thank you, Lord. It's in Jesus' name that we pray. Amen. Thanks so much for listening today. My name is Wes Ward, and today's encouragement was provided by Our Daily Bread Ministries.
Okay, it's Friday. Don't worry about it. Last day of PT. Not very long. But you know, we got to do this. We got to knock this out to end the week. Okay, hopefully it's not your last week. Anyway, get up. Time to ride shine. Somebody get the first sergeant and the command sergeant major out here. Tell them they're not retired yet. So they need to get on some of this run. All right. Somebody call the mayor. I think he needs to run with us too. Here we go. I'll be calling cadence this morning. I see 130 rolling down the strip. Airborne daddy gonna take a little trip. Airborne daddy gonna take a little trip. Mission unspoken destination unknown. Mission unspoken destination unknown. We don't even know if we're coming home. Don't even know if we're ever coming home. Stand up, hook up, shuffle to the door. Stand up, hook up, shuffle to the door. I jump right out and count to 4. Jump right out and count to 4. Now if my main don't open wide, I got a reserve by my side. Come on now. And if that one should fail me too, well, look out below, 'cause I'm coming through. Look out round, I'm coming through. Now if I die on the old drop zone, box me up and send me home. Box me up and send me home. Tell my girl I did my best. Tell my girl I did my best. And marry me in the front linen rest. Marry me in the linen rest. When I get to heaven. When I get to heaven. Peter's gonna say. So Peter's gonna say. How'd you earn your living? How'd you earn your pay? With a little bit of anger. I mean my living as an airborne ranger. Driving on all day. 11B infantry. All right, good run. Good run this morning. Got to see the mess hall. Get some of that cream beef and all that good stuff this morning. All the milk you can drink. Okay, little eggs. I will be putting eggs in the, I will be putting, not eggs, I will be putting onions in the cream beef this morning. I don't care what the mess sergeant says. I think you guys deserve a little extra this morning, okay? So I'm going to put it in there. And don't forget, tell the first sergeant, sergeant major, the coffee is hot, it's steaming, it is raring to go. We call this old school coffee. Yeah, take the grimes with it. All right then. Now let us honor all of our armed forces, Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, and Coast Guard, and of course Montgomery Fire Department, Montgomery Police Department, the state. I never mentioned the Aliyah. Well, I gotta say hi to those guys. Tell know why I never say hi to those guys, because they just as important. They haven't given me a ticket in a long time, so I like them. They've been known to give a few though. The Montgomery Sanitation Department, the Montgomery Fire Department. I forget anybody. Oh, the Sheriff Department and the cab drivers, the ambulance drivers, all the people who go in when everybody else is running out. Airborne. Somebody's got to remember these guys every morning, because Americans have a short memory. They think all this was free. I'm sorry. Somebody, a lot of people, paid for it. And good morning, Maxwell and Gutter. It's time to rise and shine. Don't want to forget about the Air Force. After all, they put the air in airborne and a few other places. And if somebody can give me a ride, one more ride on a C-141 and a C-5A, I'll be a content individual. Okay, so let me know when one gets parked out there. The 130 and the 123, they're all right, but I still like the other ones better. Army, Navy, Coast Guard, Air Force, and of course, Simplify, Marine, Simplify. We'll be back right after this.
SFA First Alert Weather Forecast on News Radio 1440.
This report is sponsored by Lowe's. This Saturday, tune into HGTV's Build It Forward in collaboration with Lowe's and 100 Hometowns. Build It Forward will select 5 local heroes for a surprise home renovation. Saturday at 5 p.m. Central on HGTV and streaming on Discovery Plus.
A beautiful start to the month of April. Plenty of sunshine today. Temperatures get up to about 71 degrees. For tonight, another crisp night under mostly clear skies, down to 43. We'll be in the mid-70s on Saturday. We'll have a little more cloud cover Saturday, but that rain chance, we've really taken that out. We are dry with a mix of sun and clouds. Mid-70s to upper 70s on Sunday, sunshine, and then a great Monday, low 80s before rain and storms return for Tuesday and Wednesday. That's your First Alert forecast. I'm meteorologist Tyler Seabury for News Radio 1440.
Montgomery Skywatch Traffic, brought to you by Brubaker Motors. It's better at Brubaker on News Radio 1440.
Over here.
Montgomery, right now, things are looking good. Your Friday kicks off with no major problems or accidents. Interstate systems moving smoothly into the Tri-County area from Clanton, Albany, Greenville. No problems on Highway 80 or 14 coming in from Selma, and 231 south out of Wetumpka, north out of Troy, still carrying light traffic. Tomorrow is Trenham State's second annual Cruise In. It's April 2nd. Vintage sports cars, muscle cars, motorcycles, and more. It's free. It's open to the public. Food and entertainment will be on site. Buckle up. It's the law. For Montgomery Skywatch Traffic, this is Major Delay.
Selecting the best choice for tires can be confusing with all the brands and options.
Over here, over there, we will hit the dusty trail.
We got $100 bills stacked up for days. The 25K Workday Payday is your shot at $100 10 times every weekday. Listen for the national keyword hourly 8 to 5 for your chance to text in and win. Score the $100 and you're on your way to a 25K payday with News Radio 1440.
Tim's taxes were an unbelievably tangled mess. The IRS just wouldn't work. Optima Tax Relief. Rated by the Better Business Bureau, and they've resolved over $1 billion for their clients. It's like having 2 lives, one before Optima Tax and one after. Do what Tim did. Call Optima now for a free consultation. Call 800-473-9933. 800-473-9933. Optima Tax Relief. Testimonial from an actual client. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find.
I wonder who's got the best pizza in town. Anybody know who's got the best pizza in town? Papa John's pizza. I'm not buying no more Papa John's pizza. You really don't taste good.
So while other companies might deliver a lot of,
They did something to it.
ZipRecruiter
The best
finds
pizza.
you the needle in the haystack.
I don't know what
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/trial. That's ZipRecruiter.com/trial.
Come fix my home.
I need you right away. it's leaking. There's water all. Can't take it one more day. Come fix my home, Bill Bradley. Come fix my home. I know you won't delay. For one flat rate price, I know it will be right. Bill Bradley, won't you please fix my home? Come fix my home, Bill Bradley. Come fix my home. I know you won't delay. For one flat rate price, I know it will be right. Bill Bradley, won't you please fix my home?
If you owe the IRS back taxes, then get ready to pay up. The IRS has giant private collection agencies actively tracking down folks who owe the IRS. So if you think dodging them was stressful in the past, it's going to get a whole lot tougher. Optima Tax Relief has this advice. Don't wait. Solve your tax problems now before it's too late. Optima Tax Relief works to stop the demand letters, stop the aggressive collection actions, and stop the IRS collectors from targeting you. Ask Optima about the Fresh Start Initiative, one of the biggest breaks the IRS has ever offered. If you qualify, you could save thousands, and nobody knows this program better than they do. Optima is A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau, and they get results, having resolved over $1 billion of tax debt for their clients. Get a fresh start. Call today for your free consultation.
Call 800-467-2766. 800-467-2766. 800-467-2766.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Attention men, have you ever been embarrassed when the time was right?
No.
You just couldn't
Never.
perform? Now there's hope. The
Never.
Visit to Montgomery Men's Health. Men from 21 to 93 are performing better than before, even when the pills don't work. Their urologist, Dr. Tom Alderson, is using treatments that can help you perform for 30 minutes to an hour and a half of full male performance, all without surgery. Your total cost for the doctor's visit, all tests, including a PSA and testosterone test, is only $99. Give them a call, even if the pills haven't worked or you have a medical issue like heart problems or prostate issues. If you have erectile dysfunction and want to perform much better, call now. 334-440-3663. That's 334-440-3663. Or go to MontgomeryMen'sHealth.com. Get your confidence back. 334-440-3663. That's 334-440-3663. See the website for more information on side effects.
He is the voice of the conservative millennial, the Ben Shapiro Show.
They're not going to be willing to keep the government shut down.
Today at 3 p.m. on News Radio 1440.
Okay. Now, we ought to have a great time. I mean, it's Friday. We ought to have a great time today and all that kind of stuff. But, I do have my, motivational speech this thing. It's Friday, and I got to end the week with, if nothing else, we got to say something good this today. So I try to leave you with this, Now, actually, I have learned a lot from these things, especially for that one called Be Kind, because that really affected me, In the Tim Tebow one, he said, it is great to be successful, but it's more important to be significant. He said, success is for you, but being significant is for other people. I mean, that's deep. It really is deep. I maybe too deep for some of you folks out there this morning. I'm with you, but that's really deep stuff there. So anyway, let me play this one for you. I think this is T.D. Jakes. I'm not totally sure, but I think it is. Let me see. This is a short one.
When things go wrong, as they sometimes will.
Oh, yeah.
When the road you're trudging seems all uphill. When the funds are low and debts are high. You want to smile,
but you only
have to sigh. When cares press you down a bit, rest if you must.
But don't quit.
But don't you quit. Life is queer with its twists and turns, as every one of us sometimes learns. And many a failure turns about what he might have won if he'd stuck it out. Don't give up, though the pace seems slow. You might succeed with another blow. Often the struggler has given up. We might have captured the victor's cup. And he learned too late when the night slipped down how close he was to the golden crown. Success is failure turned inside out. The silver tint of clouds of doubt. You never can tell how close you are. It might be near when it seems afar. So stick to the fight when your heart is hit. It's when things seem worse that you mustn't quit.
Oh, what an urge it is to quit. Every champion has felt it. Every president has felt it. Every king has felt it. Every lion has felt it. Every winner has felt it. Every soldier has felt it. Every victorious person has felt it. The urge to quit. Don't you give up on your dream.
You're thinking about quitting. You're thinking about giving up. You are folding. You are caving in. This is for you. Don't give up. Don't give up. Stay in it. Stay focused.
Don't give up, boy. Don't you quit. You keep walking. You keep trying.
And you will not be defeated. You will not be destroyed. Some of you in this room who are not able to activate your greatness because every time you try or trigger you fold. Every time somebody tells you you don't have what it takes, you embrace it. And now you got to stand up to it.
See, in your life, everybody has a turn back moment. You have a moment where you can go forward or you can give up. The thing you have to keep in mind before you give up is that if you give up, the guarantee is it will never happen. It will never happen nowhere under the sun. The only way the possibility remains that it can happen is if you never give up no matter what.
Never, ever give up. Now, those are tough words. I mean, those are words that are easy to say. I will tell you, those words are easy to say, you know. But last night I had an opportunity to do something, which I enjoy doing it. I rarely get invited to do it because, well, you know who I am. Some people, I'm not politically correct. I'm not. I don't get into the politically easy talk. You know, I normally just put it down with the dogs and get on it. And I had an opportunity last night to talk. Mr. Charles Lee invited me over to be the guest speaker for his That's My Child program. And last night, I think he had like 8 or 9 graduates last night for his program, and young kids who are starting out the right way. You know, they learn how to get a job. They learn how to interview. I mean, and those things that most of us take for granted. But there is a system. You know, there is a system. And I want to thank him. But you know, the most important thing I think I told him last night. You know, listen, don't give up. And failure is not your enemy. It's your teacher. You know, you and we all, even grown folks, got to hear that sometimes, because we think just because we fail at one thing, Lord knows I have a history of some failure. But you don't quit. You just don't give up. You got to keep going. You got to keep. You just always remember. I mean, you know, how many of us? Okay, I always use this example. A 2-mile run. Okay. Now, if you're in the military, you got to run. The guys got to run 2 miles. I don't remember if the girls got to run two miles or not. I don't remember. But I know the guys. We had to do it in 14 minutes. I believe that's what it was. Now some people blow that out the water. Not me. I was taking my time. But there was a time when I first did it. I said, "Hell with this." I started walking. So I came in last. I came in last. You know, a brother came in last. And all I kept telling myself after I saw all these other people running in and getting done with the 2-mile run, I could have did that. Well, we'll never know because you didn't. So you can sit back here on the side. You know, people on the sideline can sit back and tell you all the things they would have done. Those people I do not listen to. I listen to the people that actually did it. They went through the pain, went through the sacrifice of getting the job done. And those are the people. I'm not listening to the guy who said, man, you know, I could have did that. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I hear you, brother. Yeah, I know you could have did it. Yeah. You just didn't do it because you didn't want to show me up. You're right. Okay. So when I was running around that thing there and you was walking, you just didn't want to pass me. Is that what that was all about? Yeah, I hear you. I know. Yeah, you did it. Okay. The bottom line is this. Nobody cares what you say you can do. They only care what they see you do. Okay. I'm just saying. So anyway, but it was nice being able to talk to the kids last night, and they said, "Who's those old guys?" You know, well, I don't know. And then yesterday, Willie Knight gonna come up here and tell us all those old folks to get lost. But you know, after thinking about it, now after thinking about it, I said, well, you know, there may be. I don't necessarily agree with his presentation, but there may be some, you know, there may be something to that. Because he was right about one thing. Each generation has its own language. And if you don't speak to them in their language, they won't understand you. Okay? But I think the one thing, though, no matter what generation you are from, the one thing, everybody understands what they see. You know what I'm saying? Everybody understands a guy got a new car. Guy lives in a great neighborhood. Okay? Guy got a great job. Everybody understands that. They may not understand how you got there, but they understand the consequences. They understand the outcome of whatever it is that you're doing. They do understand that. So young folks, you know, so I'm looking at them last night and I said, now what can I say so I don't sound too old? So I sat there thinking, and the one thing came to my mind that we all have to do if we want to be successful. We have to be disciplined, and we have to sacrifice, and we must keep going when the mountains are high and the money is low. We got to keep going. I mean, because if you quit, like Harvey said, Steve Harvey said, there's one guarantee when you quit. There's this one guarantee that whatever you were trying to do won't get done. I mean, that's a guarantee. If you quit, it will never ever get done. You know, somebody once said that we all are made to do something, and if we don't do it, what we were intended to do, it will never be done. And when we leave this earth, he said, we'll take the ghost of success with us, because at the end of time, you'll be sitting there, and the ghost of woulda, coulda, and shoulda will go with you, because you'll never know. You'll never know what you could have done because you didn't do it. So I'm just saying. So don't be quick, okay? Don't be quick. It is a great day to be alive. Now it is time for lessons of life. And what are lessons of life? Well, these are the things that you learn by living. You can hear about them, but you can't learn how to do them. You don't know what it feels like until you go through it. Okay, that's what my lessons of life are about. My lessons of life for everyone ought to be mandated listening to all the kids who go to school, and some grown-ups too, who kind of wig out sometimes. Okay, but the word of the day, this is an interesting word, because this is what parents try to do to when they raise kids. Okay. The word of the day means capable of being shaped, altered, or controlled by outside forces or influences. Again, the definition of this word that I'm going to give you means capable of being shaped, altered, or controlled by outside forces or influences. Now, that's good and it's bad, because there's some outside influences that we run into in life that are good for us. right? We will agree. There's some that are good for us, and then there's some that absolutely suck that we ought to run from, you know. But the word is malleable, okay? Malleable, malleable, means capable of being shaped, altered, or controlled by outside forces or influences. Now, if you go on a job, they need to shape you into what they want you to be. You have to be willing to conform to what they need, or else they don't need you. You know what I'm saying? So that's just one of those things. But anyway, interesting word. I'll have to learn how to use it in its proper context. But it means, again, malleable means capable of being shaped, altered, or controlled by outside forces or influences. And we all are. I mean, we all are capable of these things. The question is, the good or the bad will control us. So next time you go to your professor, you can say, Professor Johnson, I am malleable. I am capable of being shaped, altered, and molded into what you need me to be. Or you go to your boss and they say, I'm capable. I can do that. You know, whatever you need, I'll be it. Okay. You know what I did one time to get a job. Okay, I gotta take this. Because I've always been a little bit different. But I wanted this job so bad from this guy. Now I didn't like it once I got it and I quit. Okay, I know I said don't quit, but I didn't really quit. I quit after I got the job, not before I got the job. Okay. I walked in the guy's office. I was ready to go to work, had my blue jeans on, ready to roll. I said, I will work for a week for free to see whether I like you and if you like me. Now, he didn't let me work. He didn't want the whole week thing, but he did give me 72 hours. And after 72 hours, we figured out that wasn't the job for me. Okay. But I got the job. But I went in there and I had a match. Now, let me tell you what it was. Let me tell you what the job was. Whew. It was picking cotton. Okay. Not going outside picking the cotton, but it was picking the bales of cotton in a place called Spring Valley, Georgia. And I walked in there thinking I can pick up that big old thing of cotton, and that thing was heavy. So after my third day at work, the guy comes to me, hits me on the shoulder. I was light. I was 130 pounds or something like that. I was light. And he walked in there and said, Kevin? I said, yes, sir. You're a little light to ask for this one. That's what he told me. That's just what he said. That's what he said. He said, so I appreciate you. Then he showed me the door. I could not pick that. I was in high school at the time. I could not pick that cotton up. I just couldn't do it. But I didn't quit. But he fired me. Well, you can't fire him if you're not paying. Because I was showing up for free. It wasn't costing him nothing. But, just sometimes you just got to test the water. You know what I mean? Anyway, that didn't work out for me. But I still didn't quit. He fired me. So getting fired sometimes is a badge of honor. At least I tried. All right? Lessons of life, and then we're going to get on something today. You never stop learning. Whether you want to learn or not, you will. Because life never stops teaching us. Okay? Our goal is to understand the lessons that it teaches us. Because the lessons will be repeated until you get them. Okay? You never stop learning. Whether you want to learn it or not, you won't stop learning. Because life never stops teaching us. And our goal is to understand the lessons. Okay? Now, get that to one of your people today. Today is April the 1st. It is the 91st day of the year. There are 274 days left in this year, and it seems to be going fast. On April the 1st, 2003, American troops entered the hospital in Iraq and rescued Army PFC Jessica Lynch, who had been held prisoner since her unit was abandoned on March the 23rd, on March the 23rd. In 1789, U.S. House of Representatives held its first full meeting in New York. Frederick Mecklenburg and Pennsylvania was elected the first House Speaker, or Muhlenberg, something like that. Muhlenberg, that's what it is, Muhlenberg. In 1933, Nazi Germany staged a day-long national boycott of Jewish-owned businesses. I still haven't figured out whether Jewish people always called hell and black folks did too. I still don't figure. I still ain't figured that out. I don't know. I guess I don't understand that kind of mentality. 1945, American forces launched an amphibious invasion of Okinawa. During World War II, U.S. forces succeeded in capturing the Japanese island on June the 22nd. 1954, the United States Air Force Academy, established by President Dwight David Eisenhower. In 1970, President Richard M. Nixon signed a measure banning cigarette advertising on radio and television to take effect on January the 1st, 1971. I don't know if that really helped anybody not smoking, but at least you didn't see it on TV. 1972, the first Major League Baseball player strike began. It lasted 12 days. Like, who really cares? Bunch of millionaires, bunch of people making lots of money, whining. That just turns me off bad. 1976, Apple Computer was formed by Steve Jobs, Steve Wozniak, and Ronald Wayne. And as they say, the rest is history. 1983, tens of thousands of anti-nuclear demonstrators linked arms in a 14-mile human chain spanning 3 defense installations in rural England, including Gresham Common U.S. Air Force Base. In 1984, Marvin Gaye was shot to death by his father, Marvin Gaye Sr., in Los Angeles the day before the recording of his 45th birthday. The elder Gaye pleaded guilty to voluntary manslaughter and received probation. Okay, kids, y'all remember that. Okay, you ever want to get smart with your daddy? You know, I'm just remember that. You know, my mother. You know, I don't know where parents got this from. Now, I never heard a white parent say this. Brought you in here, I can take you out. I never heard a white parent say that. But I hear a lot of black parents say that. I don't know where they came up with that at, but Mr. Gay evidently meant it. 1987, in his first speech with the AIDS epidemic, President Ronald Reagan told doctors in Philadelphia, "We've declared AIDS a public health enemy number 1." In 1988, the scientific bestseller, A Brief History of Time, From Big Bang to Black Holes by British physicist Stephen Hawking was first published in the United Kingdom and the United States by Bantam Books. 1992, you know, Steve Hawking was an interesting individual. He was disabled, but that guy showed you can do a lot of things if you got a great brain. 1992, the National Hockey League Players Association went on its first ever strike, which lasted 10 days. Yeah, I don't even know. Did anybody even miss the hockey league? Does anybody miss? I mean, I don't care when baseball goes on strike. I don't care when the hockey goes on strike. The only thing that bothers me, don't let football go on strike. I don't really care about baseball. Baseball is boring. It's like watching paint dry. Except our biscuits, of course. I'm a supporter of our biscuits. But pro baseball, I'd rather watch a college game. Okay. Although it would be nice if people on the baseball team had names that I could pronounce. I'm just saying, it would be nice. Can we find any Americans that play baseball? Okay. People don't go down to the projects no more and look for people. There are probably some kids down there can play baseball. I'm just saying, we seem to import everything. And now we import our athletes. Well, we got plenty of athletes in America capable of playing baseball. At least I think they are. But we import our oil when we have plenty. We import our cars when we can make many. And we import our baseball players when we got some. So America is the greatest importers in the history of mankind. We import things that we already got. I mean, Biden showed us that we turn off our own oil, and then we buy oil from the Russians. And the Russians say, "Up yours. We're not going to give it to you. And if we do give it to you, we'll sell it to you. It's going to cost you 3 times more than it used to do." I mean, the business of America sometimes is business, but nobody really understands the business of America sometimes. I don't. Anyway, a lot of other things going on today. Oh, before I forget this, I hear there is some scuttlebutt about the mayor and all this money that has come down from the American Rescue Plan. Now, I'm not sure this is true, so the mayor will have to call us and let us know, because I'm not saying this is true. I'm only saying my sources say that the mayor wants to run roughshod over the money. He wants to decide where all the money goes. Now, we do have 9 city councilmen who probably want to say, who probably want a say in where some of that money goes. But it's my understanding that the mayor said not only no, but, hell no. But again, this is just a rumor. Now, I'll see, maybe the mayor will give us a call one of these days and tell us. I heard last week he was coming on, but needless to say, I haven't seen him yet, haven't heard him yet either, but he was supposed to be coming on for 2 days last week. See, that's one of the reasons why I don't tell people who's coming, because sometimes early in the morning, people decide I'm going to get some more sleep. Okay. Now, I don't know if that's what the mayor's saying. I think he's up pretty early. I know Emory Farmer was up. Yeah, I would come to work in the morning. Emory Farmer would be on the back of a garbage truck, hanging out with the garbage guy, hanging out with the sanitation guy, checking things out, make sure they was doing things. But I'm not saying, that's not the job of the mayor. The mayor to make sure the mayor should have people out there doing that kind of thing. But Emory was a hands-on kind of guy. Okay. But anyway, so much for that. So we'll see how that works out. There's a city council meeting next week. And evidently we'll see whether or not the rumors control has it right. But it is amazing. We get all this money, and we're still fighting on who gets it and where it goes. Now we could have helped somebody by now, except Levitate. We could have helped some. Now the only people who've been helped so far is $42,000, by the tune of $42,000 a month, not a year, not every 6 months. $42,000 a month given to Levitate by the city and the county of Montgomery. So now they're making their money. The rest of us, well, we just gotta hang in there and see what's gonna happen. But I say $42,000 a month. But hey, I'm told that we need them. Okay, that's what I'm told. I don't know, but that's what they say. But for $42,000 a month, hell, I can read the regulations. I don't even like reading that much. But for $42,000, I'd read the hell out of some regulations. Anyway, we'll be back after this short break.
WSFA 12 News Update. News Radio 1440.
Good morning, I'm Jet Davis, and here's what's happening in the news on this Friday. Severe storms damaged 3 buildings on the campus of the University of Montevallo this week. Officials say Brook Hall and the 3D Art Building have minor damage, but Vaca Hall, which houses the Alabama Traffic Safety Center, suffered significant damage due to the storms. Most students were gone due to spring break. The school is asking the students who don't live on campus to stay away from campus until it reopens on Monday. The Alabama Forestry Commission is warning the public about a growing number of wildfires in our state. Earlier this week, there were 78 fires burning nearly 3,000 acres. Around a dozen fires were burning yesterday. And in just the last week, the state has had 156 fires burning nearly 5,000 acres. All you bargain hunters, listen up. The Junior League of Montgomery is hosting its annual rummage sale this weekend. It's a big fundraiser that helps a lot of people through charities through the Junior League. The sale starts at 8 o'clock tomorrow morning and goes through 1 p.m. at the Alcazar Shriners Temple. Tickets at the door.
I don't have to buy my own chair.
News Radio 1440 WLWI AM, the home of Sean Hannity, also on 95.1 HD3.
This is the CBS World News Roundup, sponsored by Rocket Mortgage.
I'm Deborah Rodriguez. Drivers are watching and hoping for a drop in gas prices after President Biden ordered the release of 1/3 of the nation's strategic oil reserves.
Cuts into everybody's bottom line. It affects everything, the food prices, what you pay for every single item because they're all shipped.
The price of a gallon of regular this morning is down a single cent from yesterday to $4.21 a gallon. Correspondent Errol Barnett.
Oil analyst Tom Closer said while drivers will see a modest dip in prices, they aren't plunging anytime soon.
And how long do you think it will take between this announcement and Americans seeing the result at the pump?
I think we get a little bit of relief here in April and May, but from Memorial Day to Labor Day, unfortunately, we see very lumpy demand, and we'll see it lumpy on the high side.
There are new fears of crimps in the global supply chain after the world's largest city entered a new COVID lockdown. CBS's Lucy Kraft.
Most of Shanghai's 25 million residents are confined to their homes, allowed out only for COVID testing. China's infection rate is extremely low by U.S. standards, but the country's hardline zero COVID policy calls for tracking and isolating every case.
Russia and Ukraine have resumed ceasefire talks virtually amid Kremlin claims Ukrainian helicopter gunships attacked a Russian fuel depot inside Russia. Correspondent Vicki Barker is at the foreign desk. Phone footage shows orange tongues of flame billowing from the burning fuel tanks and thick plumes of black smoke rising into the sky. The local governor says 2 Ukrainian helicopters attacked the facility last night, something the Ukrainians haven't confirmed. The Red Cross says it's hopeful at the start of a mission to rescue thousands of people stranded in Mariupol. Here in the U.S., the economy has cranked out more than 400,000 jobs every month for almost a year, despite supply chain issues. We'll get a new read in half an hour when the Labor Department releases its March report. Bankrate's Mark Hamrick.
The expectation is that payrolls growth was still solid in March, with the consensus close to 500,000 jobs. That should help the unemployment rate to remain at or slightly below the previous month's reading of 3.8%.
A ban on plastic bags takes effect in Philly. Businesses that don't comply can be fined a minimum of $150, and shoppers will have to pay for paper if they don't bring reusables. Some say that's not fair.
I think it's ridiculous. I think it imposes on people when they try to find money for bags, and then it should be free.
S&P futures up 20. This is CBS News.
Presented by Rocket Mortgage. Whether you're looking to purchase a new home or refinance yours, Rocket Mortgage can help you get there. For home loan solutions that fit your life, Rocket can.
Oil investments involve a high degree of risk, and actual results may vary.
Oil keeps going up as the Russia conflict escalates. Get in on the next major oil boom now and help the U.S. with your patriotic investment that can potentially pay you monthly income for up to 20 or more years. That's the sound of a producing oil well and the sound of a smart investment. If you're an SEC accredited investor, you can take advantage of Encore Energy's projects. The U.S. government needs your investment in oil and is allowing you to write off nearly 100% of your investment in the first year. Goldman Sachs is projecting oil to go up to $100 a barrel. Call 800-278-7455. Call now and learn how to deduct 100% of your investment and create 20 or more years of potential monthly income. Call 800-278-7455. You'll be calling directly to the home office of Encore Energy. That's 800-278-7455.
NASA crews will spend the weekend working on the Mammoth moon rocket at Kennedy Space Center.
It's called a wet dress rehearsal. It starts late this afternoon and ends with a practice countdown for a fully fueled rocket. It stops just before liftoff. NASA's Tom Whitmire.
I used to participate in this back in the shuttle program days, and it's like watching a ballet. You've got pressure, volume, and temperature, and you're really kind of working all those parameters.
Engineers have been checking out the Tall Space Launch System, or SLS, on Pad 39B for more than 2 weeks out at the Cape. If all goes smoothly, NASA could launch it for real later this spring. Peter King, CBS News, Orlando.
Don't fall for it. This is April Fool's Day, and some companies may be out to trick you, all in the name of fun. Over the past couple of years, the business world has sent out prank press releases. Velveeta's claimed to be entering the world of skincare, and Green Giant announced cauliflower-flavored Easter Peeps. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
Attention men, have you ever been embarrassed when the time was right, but you just couldn't perform? Now there's hope. The secret starts with a visit to Montgomery Men's Health. Men from 21 to 93 are performing better than before, even when the pills don't work. Their urologist, Dr. Tom Alderson, is using treatments that can help you perform for 30 minutes to an hour and a half of full male performance, all without surgery. Your total cost for the doctor's visit, all tests, including the PSA and testosterone test, is only $99. Give them a call, even if the pills haven't worked or you have a medical issue like heart problems or prostate issues. If you have erectile dysfunction and want to perform much better, call now. 334-440-3663. That's 334-440-3663. Or go to MontgomeryMen'sHealth.com. Get your confidence back. 334-440-3663. That's 334-440-3663. See website for more information like side effects. Treatments extra. Results may vary. MontgomeryMen'sHealth.com.
This is Mike Costanza with Chappie's Deli.
And Jeff Barenka with Chappie's Deli. Mike, let's talk about our deli slaw.
My favorite. It's vinegar-based, light, healthy, crunchy.
It's the perfect side with any meal.
And perfect topping on any sandwich.
Pure deli. Try this combo. Corned beef on rye with Swiss cheese and slaw. So good.
And put it on the Chappie's Deli grill. The flavors go zoom.
Gramps, what does that mean, flavor zoom? Sounds pretty old school. I like my slaw grilled al dente, al dente.
What? Say what now, Jeff?
You know, grilled but still crunchy. Al dente.
What? Now wait a minute, Jeff. You mean al dente?
Yes, that's it, al dente.
And he was joking on what I said? Folks, zoom on in to any Chappie's Deli. Get your healthy vinegar-based deli slaw, al dente if you want. Perry Hill, Pepper Tree, Prattville, Baptist South Towers, and Auburn.
It's springtime and time to get out and get things done. So it's Ram Truck Month at Dallas and Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Take advantage of low finance rates to save big on your new Ram truck or your new high-performance Dodge Charger or Dodge Challenger during Ram Truck Month. Plus, your trade-in has never been worth more. They give you the most for your trade-in. The best vehicles are always at DallasAutomotive.com, where you drive a little, save a lot. Telling it like it really is. It's the Dan Bongino Show, weekdays from 11 to 2 on News Radio 1440.
When you talk about good, still no simple things. Oh, make grown men cry. Oh, even make an angel sing.
Okay, so let's not. I was trying to stand up and do the show rather than sit down, but my microphone won't go that high, so I'm stuck sitting in a chair. Anyway, good morning to you. Hope this day finds you well. And now it's time for some serious, okay, maybe not so serious conversation about the things of life, the things that happened in Montgomery. But you know, the Alabama legislature. When I got somebody come. Okay, Senator Tuberville would join us via the phone on Tuesday. Tim James is supposed to be coming into the studio sometime. I've had an opportunity to talk to some of the female candidates going for black candidates going for the governorship of the state of Alabama. I think one of them was in town yesterday. I'm not sure, but it's going to be interesting to see what they're running as Democrats, and the chance of a Democrat becoming governor of the state of Alabama right now, it's not going to happen. Just not. But don't quit, because you get some name recognition, and the next time you go to run for something, people know who you are. So that's good. So, but I think it's an exercise in futility right now. But people got a right to run. If you're going to start, look at Trump. Trump, he said, I don't want to be a dog catcher. I don't want to be city councilman. I don't want to be a senator. I don't want to be a congressman. No. If I'm going to go for the job, give me the big job. Okay, and he got the big job his first time out. Of course, it took a lot of money, but he got it. Okay, so the ladies in Birmingham, from Birmingham, place like that, they may just say, hey, listen, if you're going to get involved in politics, you might as well get a job in a big job and make a big difference, okay? Although I don't really know what big difference that the governor actually really makes. But anyway, let's go to the phone and see who is here this morning. Good morning, who's this? Yes.
You made a good point. And you still cut people off. You ain't like the conversation he and I was having, so you cut me off because I talked some good stuff.
Now you're whining a lot, actually, that's all.
I wasn't whining. We were talking about, experience and grooming people, grooming kids and all that, and you cut me off. Me and him was getting into, the in the intelligent conversation.
We got like 3 minutes for those calls, and so you got to talk fast. Yeah. No. Mm-hmm. But he represents us. He represents his constituency. Yes. Mm-hmm. Because there are many things. Wait, hold it. Let's have a comment. Let's have a comment. There are many things. I'm not going to cut you off. I'm not going to. There are many things that will never come before the public in these kinds of interviews. Good name and character and things like that. Kind of like the school board meetings. When they get ready to talk about somebody, they'll shut the meeting down for a minute, go in the back room, city council, whoever, go in the back room. There are many things he can't discuss a good name and character for us. So he represents, this is a representative republic. He represents a certain amount of people, and I think it's a show of honor to say, listen, let me get the feelings of the majority of my voting constituency and see what they want. Now he's going to ultimately make his own decision, but it's nice. But again, you got to. But he doesn't. They didn't vote for him. But he didn't vote. Wait a minute. They didn't vote for him. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Well, that's what you feel. That's what you feel. Yeah.
So they laid him around like a little puppet.
No, they couldn't lead him around, and right. Yeah. I don't. Well, listen. No. I've seen men who say they're women proliferate. I've seen right said to be wrong under them. I've seen and so I've seen some weird crap going on since he got in office. Guns. What about them? Hey. Then maybe. No. Wait a minute. Okay. Then maybe those guys who went to Panama City should have went to Michigan. Okay. Yeah. Did you see some of the criminality? Did you see some of the criminality that was going on down in Panama City? I'm talking about ripping people's stores off, tearing up people's stores, and all kind of things. First of all, I believe in this. I didn't have a problem with it. I didn't. Okay. And they were mad and frustrated. What they mad at? What are they mad at? What are they mad at? Okay. Okay. Do you really believe it's color or behavior? I think it's behavior, bro. Nah. Okay. Well, I Hmm. Yeah. Well, listen, I'm scared of y'all too. Y'all got some weird ideas. So I'd be scared walking around with a gun. I'll be scared of y'all too. I'm scared of y'all too. Yeah. You know, most of the time the guy said I'm not racist is racist. I'm just saying. Wait a minute. So if you're not, then stop trying to convince me that you're not. But so what? But that's okay. Yeah. All right. Okay. All right. I appreciate it. I guess. 860-1440 is the number you want to call. I'm talking to this. Seems to be a 16-year-old boy in Prattville that has been shot. I don't know how but that happened. The Prattville police are investigating a shooting that left a 16-year-old boy injured. Police said around 7:30 Wednesday night they were called to 100 block of Jones Street, wherever that is, on shots fired call. While on the way, they were told that the boy was found in the 200 block of Gardner Road with a gunshot wound to the arm. Okay, police say the boy told them that he was shot at his home, on Jones Street, when unknown subjects shot him multiple times. He was taken to the Baptist Medical Center in south of Montgomery, in Montgomery for treatment. Police say they based on the information provided by the juvenile, this appears to be a targeted shooting and not a random one. Well, that's really nice to know. I'm just saying that's good. I'm glad we know somebody walking around the street trying to shoot at everybody. Okay. Okay. Also, an arrest has been made in the Toggleville shooting that killed one and injured three. The Toggle County Sheriff Office said that a second arrest has been made in a shooting that left one person dead and three injured in the Toggleville. That was on Saturday, March the 12th. So today, a 28-year-old Cedric Maurice Long, also known as Fat, of Elmore County, was located by the U.S. Marshals Fugitive Task Force. Yeah, that's the folks that live upstairs above me. So that's why I try not to do no wrong while I'm here, because I hate for them to be taking me. He was taken into custody on outstanding warrants for murder, assault, second degree, and firing a gun into an occupied dwelling. Yeah, I got the picture up here. Yeah, I got the Marshal, FBI, everybody else upstairs. Good friends of mine, so don't y'all mess with me now, because I have to call on my brothers. Okay. Good morning. Who's this? Yes. The what? The what on Larry? Oh, getting some medicine. Well, wait a minute, they was on national TV. Of course we knew about it. Okay, well, ain't nothing wrong with a little love. Yeah, I don't mind being black either. I love being black. That's right. I love being black. I love being black. Wouldn't have it no other way. Besides, if I had another way, then I wouldn't be me. The president is deciding to release oil reserves to control gas prices. Now, that doesn't really control gas prices. That artificially, it's an artificial control, because gas prices still going to go up. But what we're doing, we're just suppressing the gas prices. But as soon as they go back up again, it's going to be the same thing. I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out why in the world why we are buying gas from other people when we have gas ourselves. I mean, okay, logic and reason. Okay, let's see if they still teach that. Logic and reason. You own a store, okay? You own a bakery, but you have decided that you're going to buy donuts from the other bakery and sell their donuts in your store, even though you are a baker, okay? Now, that's what we're doing. We have oil that we could pump, but we rather buy oil from the Russians, okay? And Hunter Biden, this whole thing with Hunter Biden, we may find out who the real crooks around here are. All right, I'm just saying. I know the president. Listen, all that money that boy been getting, all that money. You think that his daddy don't know that he getting some of that money, but they're not going to push it. They're not going to push it because he's a Democrat. Okay, you believe that Hunter Biden getting millions of dollars? His father doesn't know anything about it, right? And I got a plane I want to sell you. Yeah, good morning. No, I don't remember that one. I remember alfalfa though. No, I remember alfalfa though. I don't hate women. Yeah, yeah, and yeah, the man club. Yeah. 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 That's what they call it. Right. That's what they said. Yeah. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Yeah. I got you. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I got you. Yeah. Yeah. Significant. Yeah. Well, yeah. Well, I haven't done that spot yet, but I will be doing it for the end of the hour. But now, since this is what now, since this is a family show, and since I haven't had the necessity to partake. Yeah. Yeah. Right. Not me. That. Mm-hmm. Right. No, right. Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, I didn't assume anything. Actually, I personally, yeah. I tried for another year. Well, not a year, but in January. Yeah. 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 Please. Mm-hmm. Well, let me cogitate on that. Okay. Well, she can text me and let me know if there's a city out there where that happens at. Yeah. Okay. All right. Appreciate it. Yeah. Do that. Okay. Let me take one more. Okay, I'll go ahead and take the call because this ought to be interesting too. Good morning. Yes, I'm fine.
Joshua, that for your God, no, for you shall not fear them, for you not should fear them. For God, for Lord your God, for Lord your God, he shall fight for you. You know, you don't have to open up a can or whatever. Your God will fight for you. Do you believe God will fight for us and you?
Ed, what I tell you about asking me questions like that? Okay, I know, but I don't. I don't need to profess every day my belief in God and what He can do. I know, but why do you keep bringing that up? It's up to me whether or not I play our daily bread. Nobody else but me. I don't care. But I don't care if they don't like it. I don't care. They can listen to another station. I don't care. Okay. Well, as long as I'm here, we're gonna play it. But if I decide one day I don't want to play it, well, it would be a decision that I made, not because somebody else didn't like it. Okay. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm. Mm. All right, there, Mr. Ed. Okay, let me take this break, and I shall return uno momento. Now, somebody said, "Well, that's just too much information on." Listen, I'm doing a commercial about low T. Okay, what low T is, and your libido and all that stuff. Listen, this is a grown people station. Now, we don't. I don't think we got anybody that young. And besides, we try to be classy about the subject. Okay, at least I think we are. I'm trying to be. But low T, yeah, low testosterone. I'll tell you about that when we come back.
Forecast on News Radio 1440.
This report is sponsored by Window World River Region. Window World, exceptional quality of work using high-performance, energy-efficient products. Factory-trained installation with spotless cleanup. Clearly itemized, guaranteed low pricing. Easy financing options and industry's strongest lifetime limited warranty. Search Window World River Region today.
A beautiful start to the month of April. Plenty of sunshine today. Temperatures get up to about 71 degrees. For tonight, another crisp night under mostly clear skies. Down to 43. We'll be in the mid-70s on Saturday. We'll have a little more cloud cover Saturday, but that rain chance, we've really taken that out. We are dry with a mix of sun and clouds. Mid-70s to upper 70s on Sunday, sunshine, and then a great Monday, low 80s before rain and storms return for Tuesday and Wednesday. That's your first alert forecast. I'm meteorologist Tyler Seabury for News Radio 1440.
Montgomery Skywatch traffic brought to you by Brubaker Motors. It's better at Brubaker on News Radio 1440.
Good morning, Montgomery. 85 southbound just before Ann Street. We've got an 18-wheeler on fire. One lane of traffic is open. It's the far left lane. There's 4 cars involved in this accident, plus that 18-wheeler on fire. Traffic backed up to East Boulevard, so avoid this area and prepare for this. That's 85 southbound, backed up from Ann Street to East Boulevard. Whether your credit's excellent or just plain slow, a cash-out refinance or equity loan is just a phone call away. Call the 18 at MCS in Wetumpka, 567-9000, and MLS 232-876. Buckle up, it's the law. From Montgomery Skywatch Traffic, this is
Selecting the best choice for tires can be confusing with all the brands and options available. Trust the #1 rated tire pros in Montgomery at Chico's Auto Pros for your tire needs.
25 grand. Listen to News Radio 1440 every weekday from 8 to 5 for the 25K Workday Payday National Keyword. Text it in and you could win an instant $100.
There's nothing like hearing the songs you love on local radio with no subscriptions and no monthly fees. But there's a new bill in Congress that could stop the music. If passed, this bill would tax your local radio station simply to play the music you love. Text local to 52886 and ask Congress to support local radio stations. Help us keep you connected to the music, local news, weather, and traffic that you need each day. This message furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters.
We're planning a trip to Spain later this year.
But our Spanish is...
It's pretty bad.
When you learn a language, you want to actually use it. Babbel is designed with that goal in mind. Babbel's conversation-based method teaches you real-life words and phrases. And with Babbel's interactive, bite-sized lessons, you'll remember what you learned.
¿Cómo te llamas?
¿Cómo te llamas?
¿De dónde eres?
¿De dónde eres?
No matter your learning style or experience level, Babbel has lessons designed for you that will get you speaking quickly and confidently.
I tried learning Spanish before, but I couldn't stick with it until I found Babbel.
There's no easier way to learn another language.
Ahora hablamos español.
He just said, now we speak Spanish.
I can't wait to use our new language skills on our upcoming adventures.
Babbel, language for life, celebrating 10 million subscriptions sold. Now try Babbel for free at Babbel.com. Just go to Babbel.com and start learning a new language today. That's Babbel.com. Babbel.
If you owe the IRS back taxes, then get ready to pay up. The IRS has giant private collection agencies actively tracking down folks who owe the IRS. So if you think dodging them was stressful in the past, it's going to get a whole lot tougher. Optima Tax Relief has this advice. Don't wait. Solve your tax problems now before it's too late. Optima Tax Relief works to stop the demand letters, stop the aggressive collection actions, and stop the IRS collectors from targeting you. Ask Optima about the Fresh Start Initiative, one of the biggest breaks the IRS has ever offered. If you qualify, you could save thousands, and nobody knows this program better than they do. Optima is A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau, and they get results, having resolved over $1 billion of tax debt for their clients. Get a fresh start. Call today for your free consultation.
Call 800-467-2766. 800-467-2766. 800-467-2766.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit
Now, Parsley Budget Car Truck Sales, Montgomery and Prattville. I just got back from my doctor's office, and he told me I need to turn down the stress a notch or two, and that's got me in a real pickle. So, to relieve the stress, I'm going to make it possible for people to buy with just a nickel. Most dealers require $1,000, $2,000, or even $5,000 down. At Budget Car and Truck Sales, you can drive a like-new car, truck, van, or sport utility with just a nickel down. Stress-free. Are credit problems in the past keeping you stressed out? My credit approval process will take the stress away. Owe too much on your trade? We'll pay you up to $4,055 for any trade. Stress-free. If gas prices are stressing you out, the Nickel Pickle Sale will help you out. Stress-free. We are the People's Car Dealer. Budget Car and Truck Sale, 61 Mendale Parkway, next to Fraser Church, or in Prattville, 508 McLean Smith Road, across from Walmart. Visit us online at buybudgetonline.com. These concert tickets.
They are the two sexiest and alive. And you can hear Rick and Bubba on News Radio 1440 beginning at 9 a.m. Depend on it.
All right, I can do it. We good. Oh, nothing. Okay. You know, I had a lot of things to talk about today, and I still do. But see, what's his name called and got on that racecraft. And then all the women over here. See, I got a bunch of women over here on my Facebook Live page telling me, well, that's just too much information. Well, listen, you know, we talking about low T. You know, that's what low T is. 7:34 in the morning. Just in case you want to know, let's go back to the phones right quick and see who this is. Good morning, you're there. Good morning.
Matter of fact, planes are one of the safest mode of transportation. But when one's crashed, it actually makes up all the losses where the stats really average out. It's the same way with crime.
You know, these guys get on this radio station and always talk about black shoot up, or the shooting last night, Okay, so let's look on the other side. How do the whites commit crime? When they kill somebody, they kill the whole house. When they go to the school, they shoot up the whole school. You know, they gotta look on the other side and get those stats that when they put the blacks down, make sure they go ahead and throw in the corner there. Look at their stats first. Because I mean, when they killed, like recently here, the guy killed his wife and the pregnant baby. And hell, he was looking for the other part of the family to shoot up. So when they kill, they make up. And in the end, if you average it out, it comes out damn near the same.
Well, like I say, black folks shoot somebody every day. White people shoot everybody in one day. So it's still the, you know, right? It averages out. Yeah.
You know, right is right. You know, the stats show. But you know, when you do it, make sure you got both sides. Let me talk about me before I get to you, and then it'll work itself out.
Yeah.
Not you gonna drive yourself crazy.
Yeah. All right. Appreciate it. Let me see who's this. Good morning.
Hey, Kevin.
Yes.
Good morning.
Good morning.
You know, you were asking, playing with words this morning. That was a good one. But you know, I think that the intellectuals, the way we're headed, let's start in 1972 when it came in with social promotion, all the way down to the fact now that young kids, a lot of them cannot read cursive writing. So eventually, they'll be able to talk in front of you, and you won't know what they're saying. And you gave a word, it was a word that you used earlier today. So I went and got my Winston dictionary, which is from England, at Oxford University. And it wasn't in there. But, you know, there was all these other definitions going all the way back to biblical times, and where that word was derived from. We're always modifying things, and every year Webster's or whoever will come up and say, we've added this, that. And it's usually just it derives from some other word. But the word level, levitation, which is suspending something and creating an illusion, and levitate.
Yeah.
But anyway, you were talking about that earlier.
Right.
About where's the money going. But you know, the name of my corporation is Brute Force Cybernetics. I create a need for something, and then I fill it. And cybernetics, which is cyberspace, all of that came out of that. Maxwell Maltz is extensive writing on that if you want to look him up. Psycho-cybernetics is one of his books. But, you know, just keep that in mind. If you saw the movie Soylent Green, Charlton Heston, it took him the whole movie to find out what it was. And he found out when Edward G. Robinson went to the depot and all he wanted was to see what it was like 20 years earlier, or 50 years earlier. And they had deer and grass, and it was just beautiful. And then he died, and he went down a chute, and Heston was following, and they found out that they were feeding people. And, you know, it's so interesting. Logan's Run is another good one. As you wake up this morning and you hear that Putin is getting ready to reintroduce the ruble, you're not going to be able to buy any of his gas or fuel. So that's competition, which is always good for the bank, right? Competition too. And then Shanghai, they're locking them down again over there. What is going on? You know, are we really watching this stuff? You got blowing up people all over the world. It's just crazy. But anyway, that's my contribution. That's my levitation this morning. Thanks for taking my call.
All righty then. Let me see. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah.
I wrote that on the page. Let me tell you why. You do the commercial every day. And I understand
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But when you take it a step into ghettoism, and the commercial even inclusion, and some places are not saying, and people take it very seriously, that's not, I have a problem with it.
Oh.
That's the reason I wrote that.
Oh, okay.
Children are not as dumb as some people think they are. They can understand the ghettoism that he put out there.
Mm-hmm.
Very well. But I know him because I taught him over 25 years. So that's the reason I said that with the us,
Okay.
people with a little faith.
Well, I agree with you. Yeah, I would agree with you. Yeah, I would agree. Because I try not to get too vulgar in my presentation of that information, and it's for grown people anyway. So, and grown people understand what you're saying, you know. So, yeah, you're right about that. Don, be nice, okay? Don't be abrasive. Don't be ghetto, okay? Don't be ghetto, brother. Don't be ghetto, okay? Even though you maybe lived in the ghetto, but don't be ghetto. Let me take one more. You offend the ladies. Good morning.
Good morning, Kevin. How you doing today, sir?
Pretty good.
Yeah, I'm just listening to your callers talk about killings and stuff like that. I want your listeners, have you ever heard of a man called Samuel Little?
Can't say that I have.
Google it while I talk to you, and your listeners as well.
Well, just go ahead and give it to me, brother. Yeah.
He has confessed to, that gentleman, he died in prison, confessed to 93 murders. The FBI has not confirmed all 93, but the ones that they have confirmed, by him taking them to where he buried them, he is already the most prolific serial killer, confirmed serial killer in this planet's history.
Mm-hmm.
And so for somebody to say, let's look on the other side and be like that. First of all, hate knows no color.
Well, wouldn't that be Hitler?
Well, serial killer. I mean, there's a
I think that, well, dead is dead. I mean,
serial killing.
Yeah.
You know what? There's not a single recorded case of where Hitler put a gun in anybody's head and pulled the trigger.
does it make any difference? I mean,
I'm not a Hitler fan. I'm not saying what a serial
and Stalin killed millions. So I'm just saying that, yeah, right. So we gotta, and none of them are black. I'm just saying, you know, yeah, they're white. He's white. White.
Asian is white now?
To me, it always has been.
So if it's not anything lighter skinned than you is white?
Yes.
So South Koreans, North Koreans, they're white?
I think they're white. They're close to whiter than they are black.
Oh my God, what a war.
Listen.
You're kind of missing the point as we go on to get right down to the subject. The most prolific serial killer in this world's history confirmed cases where somebody looked their victim in the eye and strangled him is black.
Well, okay, now, okay. And I agree. But on the other case, I'm just saying, just being logic and reason, I'm saying those are the ones that are count. You do know, and I hate to go here because, you know, I'm not like, but you do know in this country, when blacks were killed and done away with, nobody cared. So we don't really know. Okay, so, well, yeah. Well, he was black. And they were black. But the reason why we haven't heard a whole hell of a lot about that, a lot of that had something to do with self-defense. And a man got a right to defend himself. I think there's more to that than we know. I know some things about it. There's more to that than we know. That's why we ain't heard a whole hell of a lot about it. Yeah. Yeah. That's and I hear you, but there's more to the story, right? Well, I don't know that now, because again, we haven't heard much about it. Well, all I know is they said. Well, now people can hurt you without a weapon.
Bro, if you think I'm gonna chase them after somebody with a gun,
Well, I'm not. Well, there are some people that do it. Some people do it now. Some people.
you deflect from the point. The world's most prolific serial killer is black.
Okay.
You got Pol Pot, who killed how many million? Idi Amin. What color was Idi Amin?
Well, anybody was a brother, and him too.
2 million died.
Right. So when we talk about proliferation and killing, prolific killer, I mean there's enough blame to go around for everybody.
And that's my entire point.
Yeah.
You had a guy that on his case. Let's look at the other side. And the other side is they're all sinners. They're all guilty of the same crime. And so I don't point at black. I don't point at white. I point at the sinfulness of man.
Okay. All right.
Every person. That's why people like to say, well, blacks can't be racist. Well, my question to you would be, is racism a sin, Kevin?
That's an interesting question because it depends on how you define racism. Racism. But racism has been defined as someone who thinks they are better than you because of their color. I think it's a great case of arrogance and narcissism. But is it a sin? I don't know. People can think what they want to.
Well, okay. Would you think God that created all men in his image, would he notice the difference in skin color?
No, but I think he does notice a difference in culture.
Look, culture is man created. Would you agree?
Yeah, I would agree. But now.
And so we're not arguing about culture. We're talking about this. I look at you, and you're a good friend of mine. You're one of my best friends.
Yeah.
You're my friend.
Yeah.
You're my friend.
Yeah, you're my friend. I mean, let's hug. We good.
And so if I look at it and say, wow, Kevin's black, thus I do not like him. That's racism to me. My definition.
But that's another definition, right? That's another definition. But you don't have to. You don't have to like me, and I don't have to like you.
And I agree with that. But you know what? If I hate you only because you're
Then I think you got a problem.
yes, that is a sin.
Yeah, I mean, hate is a sin, right? Hate is a sin, regardless of why it is. I think it's a sin to hate anybody.
Would you think racism is hate?
No, I don't.
Is it manifested as hate?
Okay, well now you go there. Yeah, I think it can be. Yeah.
And that's why I say racism is a sin, because ultimately racism manifests hate.
Right.
to somebody that's
Okay. But if I just happen to sit in my room, all right, appreciate it. And again, if I just sit and happen in my room and I think I'm better than you because I'm black, or you think you're better than I'm because you're white, listen, you're right to your own thoughts. You're right on. Don't you sit in that room? Don't you not hiring people, and turning them down for the reason of color? I don't know. But anyway, see, I don't know how we always get in this situation. See, you know who starts this in the morning? You know who started that? What's his name? Whatever hell his name is. But he started this conversation about race. I don't know why people always go there. We were talking about things this morning. But anyway, let me take a break and we'll come back and I'll tell you about that low T that has caused so much controversy in this presentation this morning by one of my callers. But I'm going to be nice with it. I got class. Okay, we'll be back.
Radio 1440.
This report is sponsored by Blindster. Do you need new shades? Blindster.com offers custom-made blinds, shades, and shutters shipped directly to you. Blindster blinds are easy to install and guaranteed to fit. Don't overpay for new blinds. Shop Blindster today and save Blindster.com.
A beautiful start to the month of April. Plenty of sunshine today. Temperatures get up to about 71 degrees. For tonight, another crisp night under mostly clear skies, down to 43. We'll be in the mid-70s on Saturday. We'll have a little more cloud cover Saturday, but that rain chance, we've really taken that out. We are dry with a mix of sun and clouds. Mid-70s to upper 70s on Sunday, sunshine, and then a great Monday low. April rain and storms return for Tuesday and Wednesday.
That's your first alert forecast. I'm meteorologist Tyler Seabury for News Radio 1440.
Montgomery Skywatch traffic brought to you by Brubaker Motors. It's better at Brubaker on News Radio 1440.
Good morning, Montgomery. We've got trouble on 85 southbound. There was an accident involving 4 cars and an 18-wheeler on fire. It's on the just before you get to Ann Street. So 85 southbound is backed up all the way to Bell Road. We've also got other accidents, 2 on Perry Hill at 85. One Perry Hill at Harrison, the other one Perry Hill near 85. All southbound lanes are blocked on Perry Hill. Gadsden at Fairview, there's an accident at that location, so please be careful this morning. And these are no jokes. Trenton State has scholarship funds for an 8-week electrician's assistant class. Seats are limited. Call 420-4361. Trenton State, today's college for tomorrow. Buckle up, it's the law. For Montgomery Skywatch Traffic, this is Major Delay.
Why are you driving around town on those old bald tires? Do you like living dangerously? Say no to old, bald, and dangerous. For all your tire needs, Chico's Auto Pros, 239-9510.
It's time to get outdoors and tackle your to-do list. Whether you're mowing, gardening, or tackling heavier projects at the camp or farm, be prepared with John Deere equipment from Sun South. We'll help you find the equipment to meet your needs. And owning a John Deere is more affordable than ever at Sun South with 0% financing on most models, including the 1023 tractor with loader for only $169 a month. Another season to do more. Come see us at Sun South. Equipment for those that do.
Got questions about your roof? Ripper Region Contracting has the answer. Google Ripper Region Contracting today or visit their website, ripperregioncontracting.com.
Attention men, have you ever been embarrassed when the time was right, but you just couldn't perform? Now there's hope. The secret starts with a visit to Montgomery Men's Health. Men from 21 to 93 are performing better than before, even when the pills. Their urologist, Dr. Tom Alderson, is using treatments that can help you perform for 30 minutes to an hour and a half of full male performance, all without surgery. Your total cost for the doctor's visit, all tests, including the PSA and testosterone test, is only $99. Give them a call, even if the pills haven't worked or you have a medical issue like heart problems or prostate issues. If you have erectile dysfunction and want to perform much better, call now. 334-440-3663. That's 334-440-3663. MontgomeryMen'sHealth.com. Get your confidence back. 334-440-3663. That's 334-440-3663. See website for more information on side effects. Treatments extra. Results may vary. MontgomeryMen'sHealth.com.
Tired of the endless bickering and name calling of most political talk shows? Seriously, shut up. That's why Caleb Colquitt hosts Tactics on the News Radio 1440 Facebook page and YouTube. As a national debate finalist and minister, Caleb uses simple reason to make solid arguments and teaches you how to do the same. Watch the Tactics podcast Monday through Thursdays at 6 p.m. online, or listen to the Best of show Saturday mornings at 9 on News Radio 1440. Depend on it.
My name is Tom Thornton.
And my name is Cindy Thornton. We're retired, and this is how we live united.
We decided to volunteer with United Way at our community free health clinic.
United Way is how we contribute, because we know our time and money are going to the right places.
Judging by the thank yous we get at the clinic, I'd say we're doing the right thing with our retirement, too. We're Tom and Cindy Thornton. We volunteer at our community free health clinic. We don't just wear the shirt.
We live it.
Give, advocate, volunteer, live united. Go to liveunited.org. Brought to you by United Way and the Ad Council.
He is the voice of the conservative millennial, the Ben Shapiro Show. They're not going to be willing to keep the government shut down. Today at 3 p.m. on News Radio 1440.
And we're back. And speaking of low T, hey guys, I know he didn't put it in a classy way like me, because I'm a wordsmith, an expert wordsmith, so I do things a little bit differently. But hey, listen, you know, have you been having your testosterone checked? Well, it should be a part of your annual health checkup. Now, I didn't know that until I talked to the people at Montgomery Health. A lot of guys suffer from low T, and you know, they don't even realize it. They just don't. They just think they're getting old and older, and those are the things that happen to you. And some of that does happen, but you can get it squared away. A lot of guys suffer, and they don't even know the effects of it, okay? You know, it affects your quality of life, okay? And You don't have to live with that anymore. You need to call Men's Health, 334-440-3663. Okay? If you're feeling sluggish, if you feel run down, you got low libido. I don't exactly know what that means, but I think it's got something to do with the wild thing, or making pancakes, whichever way you want to say that. Or you just don't feel the way you used to feel, it could be low T. So I need you to get on the phone, call 334-440-3663, and you can get for only $99, you can see where you are. You get a testosterone and PSA test. In a matter of minutes, you'll know your numbers, and then they can discuss a plan for you. Okay? I'm just saying, get your man stuff back, feel like a man, energy, help your metabolism, help you lose weight and all kind of things, because you can't lose weight laying on the couch. Okay? Give them a call, 334-440-3663. That's 334-440-3663. Okay? I'm just saying, low T don't have to be. Okay, I got time to take at least one more call. Anybody want to complain about or whine about something this morning? I'm good. Good morning. I had the opportunity to go out and talk to Mr. Charles Lee and his organization and his kids that were graduating, and I thank them for putting up with me because I didn't really know they were that young, but they're out there trying to do some things. Okay, and I want to thank Charles, because when Charles first started, That's My Child, I said, okay, yeah, another program. But you know what? The man has done some terrific work over there. He's gotten some national acclaim. He's gotten there's another organization in town right now that's looking for people. I'll tell you about. I'll try to get him on the show and let him talk to folks about what he's trying to do. But a lot of things going on. He's helping kids in all kinds, teaching them how to show up for work, how to work, what to do when you get to work, how to interview. Okay. How to interview, and all that kind of, because all those things matter. So I just want to give props off to Charles Lee, and that's my dog. That's my hot dog. That's my child. He did have That's My Dog too. I think that was the hot dog thing there that was going on. I don't know if he's still doing that or not. Anyway, I gotta go. So we shall return uno momento right after this message. Okay, so there you go. We shall return in a minute. All right. So anyway, have a great time. We'll be back. If you got that low T, don't forget 334-440-3663. We'll be right back.
So starting Monday, we're going to be smooth jazz. April Fools.
It has happened before.
Starting Monday, MCS will be on Radio 1440.
Yeah, we go.
And starting maybe Monday, maybe later on in the week, we're shuffling the lineup a little bit.
Okay.
Has nothing to do with you or your show. You're staying where you are.
Oh.
But we're going to be live 6 a to 8 p basically, because we're moving the syndicated crap. So after you, we're going to have Chris Plant live for 2 hours, 2 of his 3 hours. And after that, we'll go to Bongino. After that, we'll go to Sean Hannity.
We'll bring him back to daytime.
And then after that, it'll be Mark Levin. So,
I think that's better.
Yeah, I mean, I want to be live.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
I personally, I kind of like that Vince Shapiro guy better than Mark Levin. Mark Levin's too mad and he yells and screams.
He's kind of dogmatic.
But he's brilliant, constitutional scholar. Yeah. But I get tired of it. And then we're going to move Shapiro to 8 to 10. That'll be recorded in the evening. And then after that, we're going to have the best of Rick and Bubba.
Yeah, because I think it's kind of.
And then I asked, Rick said his daughter was graphic artist and could do all stuff. So I asked him to maybe put together an ad and work it into the rotation of our trade schedule we have.
CBS News business analyst
With
Jill
Fox
Schlesinger
TV
on
and
the
some
just
other
released
stuff, so,
numbers. There were 430,000
but yeah, I mean, my goal was to be
jobs
live
created during the month. That's
as
just
much as we
about
could. And so now
25,000
we'll be
less than
live 6 a to 8
expected,
p Monday through
previous
Friday.
And that's good because I don't really listen to radio unless it's loud.
Well, and if something happens,
They They own it.
If somebody's, if something happens, Sean Hannity will talk about it. Bongino will talk about it.
No significant sign.
Anybody, if something major in the world happens, like there was some big news story last year that broke in the middle of the day. And then by the time Shapiro was talking about it, it was, he was delayed a couple hours. And so we already knew what was going to happen, and it pissed me off. So I had to go through some hoops and allow Western One to let us move Shapiro out of daytime. And they didn't want to.
You don't think another local show?
The average price of a gallon
They
of
can
regular
trade,
this
whatever they
morning
can
is $4.21.
get it on
just
barter,
a penny
like
less than
50-50.
yesterday. A new mission to rescue Ukrainians stuck in war-torn Mariupol was supposed to begin today. But officials there say it is still too dangerous.
Right now, I jump through hoops. This is the lineup we're going to have.
Oh, yeah.
Now I'm jumping through hoops and trying to figure out a way to keep John Garrett on Y102 because otherwise,
Officials estimate it will cost at
we'll have
least
to put a
$10
syndicated
billion
show on in
to
the morning.
rebuild the city.
And I don't want to do that.
Hertz is under new pressure
Why, does he
today
wanna
over
go?
customers falsely
Well, he's
arrested
been
for
filling in
allegedly
since
driving
what's
stolen
the
rental
recording.
cars.
And
Two
what we
lawmakers
have in the
on
budget
Capitol
for a
Hill
morning
urged
show that
abandon
he
the
wants more
company
money.
take immediate steps to remedy the problem.
But he may be pretty
CBS's
good, but he
Adam
would,
Warren.
This
Well,
is really the
I mean,
first time
I'm
now
looking
we
at
are
other things in the
hearing
budget that
members of
maybe,
Congress speak
and
out
I'm talking to
about
Rick,
these
and
false arrest
it's like, okay, you want
allegations.
this or
Well,
you want
Senator
this?
Warren has
You
been
know, we
looking at
got
the
to
rental
pick
car
what's best.
industry
So
writ
we may
large.
have to make a
And
tough
Senator
choice
Blumenthal, who
down the
is
road
saying
to
a
be able to
government
afford.
agency should
And
be
John
investigating
Garrett, he's
this.
come down a
And
lot on
both
what
of
he's
them are
asking.
citing
So we're just trying to
CBS
figure
News reports going back several months
it.
now
All part of
when
putting
they're
the puzzle
talking about
together.
this
That's all.
issue.
Ford is recalling
But I'm excited about the new lineup. I
737,000
don't know
late
if
Escapes and Bronco
Paul will
Sport
be able to
SUVs.
have the
One
new
problem,
clocks
a part that could crack, leak
done
oil, and
and
pose a fire
uploaded to
risk.
traffic
The
by
other,
Monday.
a
If he
software
does, we
mistake
may
that
just
could get in the
launch
way
it
of
all on Monday.
braking. A historic
In which
apology
case, I'll make
from
sure
the
he
Pope.
lets you know, watch your email.
The Pope says he is ashamed
No,
and
you don't very
indignant over
often.
deplorable abuses suffered by indigenous
But,
Canadians at residential
and
schools run by
it'd
the
be cool.
Catholic Church.
I like live, but give me live.
News.
I don't care what it
Yeah,
is.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
There's always something.
I do think though to compete with
CBS mornings, weekdays on
them other guys
CBS.
outside of town, I think we need another local show.
If
you
owe the
IRS back taxes, then get ready
You
to
know,
pay up.
I'm not going to
The
argue
IRS
that or
is
not.
turning
I'm
private
tickled to
collection
death
agencies
now to have
actively
Sean Hannity
tracking
during
down
the day
folks who owe the
when
IRS.
he's
So if
live
you
and
think
not have
that
him on
was
at night when
stressful
you
in the
can't pick up
past,
the
it's
radio
going to get a
station. At
whole
the same
lot
time, he's
tougher.
on
Come think about
he's
it.
on live on TV at 8 o'clock at night. We had him on the radio at 8 o'clock. Not going to listen. And after Rush died, besides you, he's the biggest name on the radio. You know, he's the biggest name on our radio station.
Yeah, that's true.
And we're burying him. We're not using him. So,
Yeah, that's true. What were the last books? Did we show? Well, I did show up. Well, we showed up.
the book started yesterday.
Oh,
Showed up. I mean, it's not any huge monster ratings, but you're in the book.
Call 800-343-6468.
Plus, we don't really promote our station.
800-343-6468.
We just don't.
Radio stations can be hugely successful without being promoted.
That's what everybody says, but
They can be. I've managed radio stations that way that were hugely successful.
Did they have power?
Sunday.
Did they have more than 5 watts?
John Batiste is the leader
Five
of
watts.
the
I mean,
pack with 11 total nominations. That number has only been
I mean,
defeated
we ought to
twice
do
by
something
Jackson
for
in
the station.
Well, I told you, if Rick's daughter can cut a spot with stills of you and Bongino and stuff and announcing our new daytime lineup, we're going to work it into our trade schedule we have on TV stations.
Well, I've already talked my son into coming up doing the video.
Well, I think they're just 15s. They're either 15 or 30s, but if we just have stills, new lineup,
Yeah.
graphics, all that other stuff, we don't really need the video yet as far as launching our new lineup.
Yeah.
A recall in the peanut butter aisle you want to know about.
Well, you know,
Skippy is
team
warning
player, man.
some jars
But I'm
may
excited.
contain small fragments of stainless
You say
steel.
nobody ever puts anything into this radio
Manufacturing
station. I do because I listen. I like it.
reported. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
It is what it is. I got to manage a restricted budget.
Yeah.
But hey,
Well, at least it's something. It'll at least shake something up.
And hey, I'll
Can I get a TV in here?
I don't know.
I'll buy my own. I just need TV. News radio station with no TV.
We have to talk to Josh and see if there's a way to fish the cable. And
Well, you don't have to use cable. You can use Fire Stick.
Well,
I just need somebody to put it up for me.
talk to Josh. Yeah, I give you one thing, you start asking for a bunch more.
I know, but I'm sorry.
You need to be in sales.
Yeah.
Especially while fighting Stargardt, a blinding retinal disease, which she's not fighting alone. For 50 years, the Foundation Fighting Blindness has funded research into treatments and cures for blinding retinal diseases, providing hope to people with vision loss. And for Beverly, winning the fight means focusing on what's closest to her. The Foundation Fighting Blindness. Together, we're winning. Help us end blinding diseases at fightingblindness.org.
If you are a man over 40, listen up, because this could impact how much you're getting done during the day and at night. The harsh reality is, once you hit 40, your body has less free testosterone. Here's the good news. Nugenix, the #1 selling testosterone booster at GNC, has changed the game again for men over 40 with Nugenix Total T, their most powerful man-boosting formula ever, and guys all over America are raving about it. Jeremy P. says, this is the best product I've found to raise T levels. I plan on using the product for the rest of my life. And how about Shane D? He says, I had no drive and was tanked out at the end of the day. After 3 months, my energy level is through the roof. I work out like most 19-year-olds. I am 47. Guys over 40, you need Nugenix Total T. And right now, you can get a complimentary bottle. Just text YOUTH to 42424. It's the #1 selling free testosterone booster at GNC. But you can only get your complimentary bottle by texting YOUTH to 42424. That's YOUTH to 42424. Text YOUTH to 42424.
If you owe the IRS back taxes, then get ready to pay up. The IRS has giant private collection agencies actively tracking down folks who owe the IRS. So if you think dodging them was stressful in the past, it's going to get a whole lot tougher. Optima Tax Relief has this advice. Don't wait. Solve your tax problems now before it's too late. Optima Tax Relief works to stop the demand letters, stop the aggressive collection actions, and stop the IRS collectors from targeting you. Ask Optima about the Fresh Start Initiative, one of the biggest breaks the IRS has ever offered. If you qualify, you could save thousands, and nobody knows this program better than they do. Optima is A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau, and they get results, having resolved over $1 billion of tax debt for their clients. Get a fresh start. Call today for your free consultation.
Call 800-467-2766. 800-467-2766. 800-467-2766.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Telling it like it really is. It's the Dan Bongino Show. Weekdays from 11 to 2 on News Radio 1440.
And we are back. Good morning, everybody. So I'm gonna do something to shuffle the show around a little bit. You know, I haven't figured out what I need. Some suggestions. You know, I need some featurettes. You know, like I want to do a joke day Friday. You know, but you got to be able. But I got to get somebody to sponsor it so I can give you guys a prize, because I got to do this all on my own. Okay. And I got to do it, but I love to hear in my week with a good laugh. You know what I mean? Because we get too serious up here sometimes. You know, we need some jokes, some clean jokes, great jokes that my child can hear, and I don't have to cover his ears, even though he know more than probably know. Going to public school, I'm pretty sure he probably knows more nasty jokes than I do. But still, you know, I got to give him some class, some class jokes. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, 860-1440 number here. You want to give them talk to you, whatever on your mind this morning. There's a bill that I heard about a few minutes ago. This morning when I was reading through the news. I know I do read. I just don't find too many things that I want to repeat. But this one kind of got me. First of all, there was a man the other day who pleaded guilty to robbing a Regions Bank near Eastdale Mall. Now, I tried to reach out to him, and I reached out to the brother, and I did reach out and asked him, well, why did he rob the bank? And he just, that's where the money was. Okay, I couldn't argue with that. I couldn't argue with that. So now, I'm just saying. So the next time when somebody robs a bank, okay, let's not have WSFA or WAK, anybody, or, ask dumb question. He robbed the bank because that's where the money was, okay? And that was an exclusive to here, okay? Because that's where the money was, okay? I'm just saying, it's probably a dumb question for me to ask it, but I had to ask it anyway, okay? Okay? So Montgomery man, he pleaded guilty to robbing Regis Bank near Eastdale Mall because they had the money, okay? So if I'd have been there, he'd have robbed me, because then I would have. And Caitlyn Jenner, Bruce / Caitlyn Jenner is now she's going to be an on-air contributor for Fox News. Now that kind of messes my mind up a little bit. I thought, but then again, I never knew Fox has never been totally conservative, which is good. Now here's one that some of you didn't hear about this week. One of the Avis Williams, who was one of the people who was being considered the school superintendent job here in Montgomery, has taken a job in New Orleans. Okay, so she said, forget all this interview and all this stuff, and got to go through this and go through this. She said, bam, she got a job. Now she's to her. Now, okay, let me ask people a question. Now, I don't want to be I'm not. Although some women think I am not a guy who's down on women in leadership roles. I just believe there's certain roles that men should do and women shouldn't. Just believe they're just it. And I don't believe a woman superintendent is the right way to go. When most of the trouble, except I did see a big fight going over at one of them schools the other day. But most of our problems in society, when it comes to criminality, most of the problems are done by males. Okay, I mean, women catching up. They robbing now. Selling dope. All that kind of thing. I'm with you. But men are still the preeminent. They are still represented. Probably at least 75 to 80% of all crimes done by men. Okay, women are nurturers. Women normally want to love you to death. But I believe that we need a man superintendent for our public schools. Now, I realize that's not politically correct, and everybody want to act like a woman can do the same job. Intellectually, they can. But boys are different. Boys are different. You are not gonna scare the hell out of a boy because you raise your voice. Okay? Especially when he's looking down at you. Okay, when they're looking down, my son is not going to be scared of no little woman 5'2" paddling him. That ain't going to cut it. But he will be somewhat petrified by his daddy 5'6", and of course I'm shorter than he is. But I still deal with him. Okay, so I'm just saying, if we get out of the political correctness mode in America and put men, a lot more men in charge of our school system, I think we will see a turnaround, unless there used to be a woman and now they call themselves a man. And then at the end of the day, they're still a woman. Okay? And that's another thing. I do not want my son to be sent to school to be indoctrinated by this LGBTQ, whatever hell it is. I do that because I will pull him out of there so fast until even he won't remember the name of the school. Okay, I'm just saying, I let people be who they want to be, but in that environment, but they teach biology in school. Now, unless somebody has shown us a way to actually transfigure a female to a male or a male to a female, there's no such thing as transgender. No such thing biologically or scientifically. Now, mentally, hey, if that's what you want to call yourself, I'm good. So here's my thought. Why don't we just get a transgender school? So everybody else won't be confused as hell when they show up for school in the morning. And last week, the teacher had a tie on, and now the teacher got a dress on. I'm just saying, why is it so important that we accept the things that we know not to be so? Okay, and that's it. And I would love to, I always reach out and try to find somebody who calls themselves transgender and let them come up here on this radio station and convince me that they are now a man, or vice versa. You're a woman because you took some extra tea that you think you're a guy. So I'm just saying, why is it important? It isn't. So let's have a transgender school. Why not? Why can't we do that? And the next superintendent we get, we need two kinds of schools. We need a transgender school and we need a reform school. Okay? We need a school for the knuckleheads who don't want to do what's right in the regular environment, but they need to go to school because they do need an education. Okay? So I don't have a problem with that. But anyway, I thought that was a couple of good questions, but I think it's time to put men back in charge of school systems. Okay? Since the overwhelming population of criminals, little criminals, young criminals are males. Okay? A 5'2" woman is not going to convince a 6'2" teenager that she's gonna do something to him. Just ain't gonna happen. Ain't gonna happen. Okay? Nobody, not today's world. Anyway, I just thought I'd bring that up. Anybody disagree with me out there? Anybody? Anybody disagree with me out there? Now, if you're honest, you cannot disagree with that. But if you're being intellectually dishonest, you can. I got you. Good morning. Who's this? Yeah. Yeah.
They always say that they Trump Christian, conservative, and Trump values. But what is Trump religion? Why is everybody always saying they Christian, conservative, when he never really think about his religion? Is he Baptist, Methodist,
Well, I will tell you, and I'm not a Republican. I just believe in the conservative philosophy. I don't necessarily believe in all those conservatives, but if water is H2O, it's made up of the chemical equation H2O. No matter what you call it, if you want water, you have to have H2O. So just because people misuse the formula doesn't make the formula bad. Okay, we all know that the way to be successful in America, at least theoretically, is to get an education first, try to stay out of trouble, don't make 15 babies all over the country and all over the town, and finish high school at a minimum. Finish high school. Okay, those are things that everybody who wants to be successful ought to believe, because that's the only way it's going to happen. And you don't put yourself in the way of success. You put yourself on the avenue of success, but that doesn't mean you're going to be successful even after you do all that. But you can be guaranteed one thing, my friend. If you go out robbing people, making babies all over the place, not finishing high school, you are not going to be successful by no stretch of the imagination. So I think that when we say Christian conservative, there are some things that we must adhere to philosophically in order to put ourselves in the way of success. Now, that doesn't mean we're going to be successful, but in a way. And I don't really care what Trump believes. Okay, I voted for Trump not for what he believed, but for what he not at least not his religious thing is up to him. But I believe him. He believes that America should be number one in all facets. We shouldn't be dependent on other countries for our survival, and we put ourselves in that position. I don't know. I don't know. Listen, and I'm tired of hearing Trump's name mentioned by everybody running for office too. You know, well, listen, you and I agree on that. I'm sick and tired of hearing Katie Brett. I'm sick and tired of hearing the government. Trump's no longer in office. But if they say I believe in what President Trump believed in, then I'm with them. But Trump's no longer in office. I mean, if that's the best y'all got for us, y'all don't need to go in office either. I mean, that's it. But we'll see. I'm tired of that stuff. Anyway, 860-1440. Honestly, they think all they got to do is say Trump's name enough, and that puts them in office. And I'm just sorry that don't do it for me. Good morning.
Good morning, Kim. How are you?
Fine. Who's this? Oh, good morning.
Good morning. So very interested in your conversation that you're having. men.
Mm-hmm.
The role of a man is
Mm-hmm.
I hear men being a male superintendent because you think a male superintendent could do the job better than a woman should.
No, I didn't say that. He represents manhood. And most of our problems are with our young males. And intellectually, a woman and a man are equal. But you cannot tell me physically they are, unless they were born a guy and they changed themselves into a woman, then that's a whole different story.
So you said it's because you would want, or you think that a man could put fear.
Yes. And that's what you have to do. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. No, I didn't say that. But no. Let's get it straight. What I said is that the school system has a relationship with our kids called loco parentis, which means in lieu of the parents. When those kids walk to that school ground, when they come on that school ground, the teacher, from a legal standpoint, have all the rights that a parent does to guide your children while they're on those grounds. I agree with you. We have no disagreement there. But parents don't do that. And one of the reasons why parents are not doing that today, because they are so afraid, because of the liberalism in America today, that somebody's going to call the police. And it has happened right here in Montgomery. A girl went to the school one day because she had a welt on her leg because she wouldn't get out of bed. Her mama spanked her to try to get out of that doggone bed, go to school. She goes to school. The police get called to the woman's job, put her in handcuffs because she spanked her own kid. So people are not disciplining their kids anymore, and the school don't want to. So where does that leave us?
I think it doesn't leave us. To me, it's not a very difficult choice. When I became a parent, it wasn't that I was blessed when I had these kids, but I have a charge. God gave me a charge.
Mm-hmm.
Tell them what they need to be productive adults and how to maintain this world. That involves being disciplined.
Absolutely. But
I wanted to address two things. Okay, you recall with the whole transgender and the male and female role.
Right.
The correct definition of a man is an adult male.
Right.
An adult woman.
Right.
I know many adult males who I would not consider to be men. I know many adult females who have not yet become a woman. The definition of a woman is so broad and so broad and wide that it would say thousands.
But the definition of a male, but the definition of a male and female are biological and scientifically already understood. No, that's not true. And that son of a gun ought to be smacked around a whole lot. But we talk about, we got in society today, we have males and females who want to convince me that they can transfer themselves from a male to a female strictly by some mental process. It cannot happen. It won't ever happen scientifically or biologically. Okay, now what you think you are, I can work with that because I know that I need to be someplace else when you're around. But scientifically and biologically, you cannot transfer yourself from one to the other. It don't happen. It's a social construct, but scientifically, there's never been in the history of mankind a man to turn himself into a woman. How can you debate science? How can you debate? How can you debate a male and female? You either one or the other. Right? No, it's not happening. But they're trying, and here's my problem with that statement. They're trying to make us think it's happening. It has never happened. It never will. There's only one species of people that I know, species of animals that are male and female. You know what that is? That's the starfish. The starfish can procreate without the benefit of a male or a female. It's all in one. Other than that, no man has ever turned into a woman, and vice versa. It is now mentally. If you believe that's what you are, see, you got a right to believe what you want to believe. I had no problem with that. But biologically, you are still what you were born as, and you got a chromosome Y and you got chromosome X, which makes you what you are. Again, show me a case in the history of annals and annals of history where a male has turned himself into a female and a female has turned herself into a man biologically and physically. Then I'm with you. Mm-hmm. But it's no such thing as a transgender. It's a made-up construct that has never happened. It just never happened. Mm-hmm. Well, we don't have to accept it because scientifically and biologically, it is science that has not been proven. Mentally, right. Again, what people think they are, I'm good. Right. Oh, I didn't say that you can't think that you are that. That's fine. Listen, I may think I'm rich and I go down to the bank and say, can I get $1 million? They're going to look at me like I'm crazy because it ain't what you think you are. In reality, it's do you have the money in the bank? Okay. All right, appreciate it. Okay, this is an argument that I will not lose. Anyway, I got to take a break. I'm just not going to lose that argument. It's impossible. It has never happened. Never. And it won't ever happen. Never. A man will never turn himself into a woman. And a woman will never turn herself into a man. It will not happen. It is scientifically, biologically, absolutely impossible. But I'm waiting for somebody to show me. We'll be back.
First Alert Weather Forecast on News Radio 1440.
This report is sponsored by Discover. If you're a valued customer, you deserve a simple gesture of appreciation from your credit card company. And that's why Discover matches all of the cash back you've earned at the end of your first year. Discover. Exceptionally common sense. Learn more at discover.com/match. Limitations apply.
A beautiful start to the month of April. Plenty of sunshine today. Temperatures get up to about 71 degrees. For tonight, another crisp night under mostly clear skies, down to 43. We'll be in the mid-70s on Saturday. We'll have a little more cloud cover Saturday, but that rain chance, we've really taken that out. We are dry with a mix of sun and clouds. Mid-70s to upper 70s on Sunday, sunshine, and then a great Monday, low 80s before rain and storms return for Tuesday and Wednesday.
That's your First Alert forecast. I'm meteorologist Tyler Seabury for News Radio 1440.
Montgomery Skywatch traffic brought to you by Brubaker Motors. It's better at Brubaker on News Radio 1440.
Good morning, Montgomery. Still got trouble on 85 southbound since way before 7 o'clock this morning. 18-wheeler on fire. Multiple cars involved in this accident. Far left lane is the only thing that's open. Traffic is backed up all the way to Taylor. And we've got also heavy traffic on Atlanta Highway as people take an alternate route. Traffic backed up there, Taylor Road and Atlanta Highway. And as an added feature, the ramp from 85 to Ann Street is closed because of this accident. So please use caution, be patient, and be advised your alternate routes are going to be swamped with traffic as well. It's all fun at Festival Plaza. Visit the comic shop, Montgomery Cardiovascular Health and Fitness Center, and more. Festival Plaza, Taylor and Vaughn, a JLL managed development. Buckle up, it's the law. From Montgomery Skywatch Traffic, this is Major Delay.
Selecting the best choice for tires can be confusing with all the brands and options available. Trust the #1 rated tire pros in Montgomery at Chico's Auto Pros for your tire needs.
Listen every hour, every weekday from 8 to 5. Text in the national keyword and you can win $100 and maybe that $25,000 grand prize. The 25K Workday Payday on News Radio 1440. Complete rules at newsradio1440.com.
Matt Parsley, Budget Car and Truck Sales, Montgomery and Prattville. I just got back from my doctor's office, and he told me I need to turn down the stress a notch or two, and that's got me in a real pickle. So, to relieve the stress, I'm going to make it possible for people to buy with just a nickel. Most dealers require $1,000, $2,000, or even $5,000 down. At Budget Car and Truck Sales, you can drive a like-new car, truck, van, or sport utility with just a nickel down. Stress-free. Our credit problems in the past even stressed out? My credit approval process will take the stress away. Owe too much on your trade? We'll pay you up to $4,050 trade. Stress-free. If gas prices are stressing you out, the Nickel Pickle Sale will help you out. Stress-free. We are the people's car dealer. Budget Car and Truck Sale, 61 Mendale Parkway, next to Fraser Church, or in Prattville, 508 McLean Smith Road, across from Walmart. Visit us online at buybudgetonline.com.
It's springtime and time to get out and get things done. At Dallas and Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep Ram, take advantage of low finance rates to save big on your new Ram truck or your new high-performance Dodge Charger or Dodge Challenger during Ram Truck Month. Plus, your trade-in has never been worth more. They give you the most for your trade-in. The best vehicles are always at DallasAutomotive.com. Where you drive a little, save a lot.
Septic tanks are used where municipal sewers are not available, and maintenance is important. Failing septic tank systems can endanger your family, pollute the environment, and can be expensive to repair. You can prevent your system from failing by having your tank pumped every 3 to 5 years, keep a separate container for grease, and dispose of it properly. Use detergents low in phosphates, and spread laundry over several days as to not overload the system with too much water. This message brought to you by the Alabama Department of Public Health and this station.
You see miracles all the time at our children's hospital, but miracles never come easy. That's why, as great as children's hospitals are, they need our support to keep miracles happening. Put your money where the miracles are. Support your Children's Miracle Network Hospital.
They are the two sexiest fat men alive. Really fun. And you can hear Rick and Bubba on News Radio 1440, beginning at 9 a.m. Depend on it.
Okay, I actually enjoyed that conversation with the young lady. I think that, no, I don't think men intellectually any smart. As a matter of fact, I actually think women intellectually are more suited for some leadership roles than men. The problem is we live in a real world, and the real world takes strength. And boys are a little different. We're a little bit more high strung. We're a little bit more. For a little while, you can control us. Yeah, you can control it for a little while. But once we start smelling ourselves and going through puberty, you're going to catch hell. But now, if you train them real well, let's come up. I would agree. Now, my mama, we only had a mother, but it was fear that kept us. And I got tired of getting whooped with an extension cord, And one of them times I almost took the extension cord away, So I said, well, it's time to leave home now, and that's what I did. Just one of those things you go through, I guess. Anyway, 860-1440, number you want to give us a call. Good morning. Who's this?
Even no one sitting there. So a man is still a man, a woman is still a woman.
Okay, which is what I've been saying all morning. But again, what you think you are. What you think you are, it's fine. You can think, you can think you're a biscuit. But if we put you in the oven, turn the oven on, you won't turn into one. I'm just saying, it is what it is. And I'm not, okay. I am not against people who think that they are what they are not. I'm not. You have the right, you have the freedom in this country to believe whatever you want to believe. But you can think you're a bird and get on top of the Empire State Building and try to fly. Now, unless there is a miracle the good Lord sees fit to have for you, you going straight to the bottom. It's called gravity. Okay, it's called gravity. Okay, and so there's certain things, and God made nature to do certain things, in my opinion. There are natural things in the nature, the natural law. Okay, there's natural laws of the universe. There are, and that cannot be displaced, that cannot be changed by man. Okay, they're just some natural things. And what are some of those natural things that are going to happen? Okay, if you don't work, you may eat for a minute, but after a while, people are going to get tired of feeding you, and you're going to be on your own. Okay, it is fundamentally not advisable if you're 5'6" to pick on somebody who's 250 pounds. Okay, because the chance of you beating them is going to be slim to none. That's a natural law. It's also a natural law, just because you don't have a lot of money doesn't make you poor. You can be rich in spirit. That's what laws are. I'm just saying, there is a tall, there is a short, there's a fat and skinny. Now you can call them something else if you want to, but from the lexicon that we use, okay, all those things still exist. There's a natural law that everybody's going to look differently. Even twins will have something different about them. There's just some natural laws to the universe that man cannot usurp. And just because you're weird and you think you're what you aren't, like when the mayor put his non-discrimination ordinance out and said, well, is what you perceive you are. I'm sorry, that's a bunch of Bravo Sierra if I've ever heard any. You cannot perceive that you're rich and be rich. You got to have money in the bank. You cannot perceive you're a veteran and you've never served. Okay? I mean, they're just some natural laws of physics, some natural laws of common sense, and some logic and reason that must be adhered to. So I realize that all you politically correct people want to change it, but you cannot change natural law. Okay? It just won't happen. 860-1440. Good morning.
Hey, good morning, Kevin.
Good morning.
Yeah, Kevin, talking about the laws of nature, nature's God. They have been true since the foundation of the earth and time. And we know these things are all embedded within the Bible. But we live in a world and we live in a country where we are opposing the laws of nature and nature's God. And there is one particular party in our country who is really pressing on the gas against these things. And the only way to do it is eliminate the Bible, eliminate the Constitution, eliminate the facts of life, men, women, work, responsibilities, and all the rest. And we're just in such a bad shape in this country now. But everything you're saying is completely so common sense. But God gives us over to depraved mind, Romans 1:18. So God has given us over to depraved mind, so that 90% of the people that listen to your show are thinking exactly in the opposite way.
Well, I sure hope it's not 90% of the people that listen to the show. Yeah. Yeah, well.
And we're just going down that path. Unfortunately, there are a few voices that are pushing back, and you're one of them. And keep it up. Because the truth is the truth, even if we try to erase the truth or modify what's been the truth since the beginning of time.
You know, nature has a way of correcting our stupidity sometimes, and it comes at a high price. It comes at a high price. All right. All right, man. Appreciate your call. Appreciate it. A long time no hear from, but I'm glad you're still out there. All right, man. Appreciate it. 860-1440. Again, life is not that complicated. Life is not that complicated. It really isn't. It's very simple, as a matter of fact. We make it complicated when we try to tell the good Lord and God how to run His business. We are not the architects. We are the business of the architect. But we don't make jack. We can't even I leave that alone. But anyway, there are other things I want to talk about. So I don't have a whole lot of time. Man, time's going by fast today. All right, I'm taking another call and see who's here. Good morning. Who's this? Yes. Yes.
What you're saying that Catholics are so wicked. It's so wicked. I don't care what they do with their bodies. I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it on the street. I can be friends with them.
Right.
I don't want to see it on the street. I don't want them to influence my grandchildren.
Right.
Or my family. It's just we need a lot of prayer. Our country needs a lot of prayer and praying and also praying for Brandon. We need to pray for that SOB.
Well,
We really need to pray for him. But
yeah.
He's been doing this thing, proclaiming all this stuff on his Democrat Party stuff for over 45 years. And when his heart is hardened, God can't use him. God cannot use him. And I would applaud the people that are liberal and those of Democrats. Just I don't care if they vote for Republican. They need to pick the best man.
Yeah.
The best person in the office.
That's true.
Yeah, that's all. Thank you.
All right. Appreciate it. And I've been trying to figure out this article, but it says that each person, now this is why this is not going to change. Each person normally has one pair of sex chromosomes in each cell. The Y chromosome is present in males who have one X and one Y chromosome, while females have two X chromosomes. Okay, you cannot change that. That is part of the natural construct. You don't get a chance to change your cell and your cell structure. You don't get a chance to do that. I mean, that just won't happen. That is why it will never change. Now, again, what you think you are, I am good. You think that's good. That's good. I mean, listen, if you're a white guy and you want to identify as black, I'm good. Okay. But when you walk into the office, though, people know you ain't black. But that's okay. Now they'll say, "Hey, how you doing, Mr. Black Man?" They just humoring you because they know you're mentally ill. Okay, so they just humor you. But I'm just saying, so it's X and Y. Unless you can figure out how to change that in your cells, I'm sorry. Now, when you change that, then you can say you're a transgender. Okay. Then I'll believe you. Good morning. Good morning. Mm-hmm. What did he try to do? Oh yeah, well, again, we got plenty of oil in our own country, so. Mm-hmm. We did what now? Okay, but what's wrong with that? We're using the oil. Okay. Well, it was about money. I mean, it was about money. I mean, that's just yeah, yeah. I mean, I ain't yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm. Mm. All right. Well, that's above, but that's above my pay grade. I have nothing to do with what goes on in Washington. Like I've got nothing. Mm. Well, again, it ain't got nothing to do with all the parties are pretty much the same. But they are, but they are. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, well, yeah, yeah. Well, but I think here's the difference, and here's the if there is a fundamental difference between Republicans and Democrats, there's not much. But I do believe that the Republicans comes closer to what takes us to a better place as a nation than Democrats do. I don't think you don't give everybody special rights because they feel like because they want to do the wild thing in different ways that somehow that should be public policy of what you do in your bedroom. I don't care what you do. Yeah. Uh, uh, do we have any Republican presidents in the South? I mean, president. I do not. Oh, that's what. Lincoln was. Lincoln was Illinois. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Well, mhm. Well, I still say, from a societal standpoint, we're better off with Republicans than Democrats. From a societal standpoint. Well, I mean, wait a minute. Don't get me wrong. I mean, good Republicans. Not. Wait a minute. Not a name. Listen, not a name on it. Well, how many Democrats do you think? Here's Montgomery classic example. A lot of when Montgomery started turning darker, a lot of the lighter candidates became Democrats. Not because they believed in what the Democrats believed in, because they wanted to get reelected. And Democrats do the same thing. Republicans do the same thing. Because there's one side that's going to take us down a pathway we will never return from. And we got this sexual revolution thing that's going. They're trying to convince my child. Yeah, I am because. Okay, we'll see. It's already, wait a minute, it's already happening. We got people who are losing their job because they don't want to call a male or female. No. You're not going. Okay. Anyway, listen, I got to go to my. We can continue this conversation next week because I got to go for a break. We'll be back. Mercy, mercy me. Okay, I got a couple minutes left, so we can give a lot of people the last take here. Good morning. Who's this? Yes. Okay, you don't believe, but, no, but you don't believe that. No, I wouldn't sleep. Okay. So we accept it? We gotta accept it? Okay. Well, I don't either. So why? Okay. I think you and I agree. I don't care what people do in their bedroom. Right, but I don't care what people do in their bedroom. I think it does affect us, though. It does affect us. When you because when you try to tell me with all my sense I have that something is what it isn't, and you bring negative consequence, just because you believe it doesn't make it true. It isn't true. Okay. People are losing their job because of these changes. Hey, no, I was picking up. Yeah. Well, no. Okay. Hey, I gotta go. I gotta go. My time's up, but we'll talk more about this, or maybe not. See, we'll be back. Okay. But I think fundamentally, when you try to convince people what is real and what isn't, that changes our whole construct of our society. Anyway, I'll come with something new Monday. Don't forget Tommy Tuberville next week and a couple other people. Yellow.
And there's 3 buildings on the campus
Yeah.
of the University of Montevallo this week. Officials say Brook Hall and the 3D Art Building have minor damage, but Vaca Hall, which houses the Alabama Traffic Safety Center,
I don't need it. Anyway, gotta go.
significant damage due to the storm. Most students were gone due to spring break. The school is asking the students who to stay away from campus until it reopens on Monday. The Alabama Forestry Commission is warning the public about a growing number of wildfires in our state. Earlier this week, there were 78 fires burning nearly 3,000 acres. A dozen fires were burning yesterday. And in just the last week, the state has had 156 fires burning nearly 5,000 acres. All you bargain hunters, listen up. The Junior League of Montgomery is hosting its annual rummage sale this weekend. It's a big fundraiser that helps a lot of people through charities through the Junior League. The sale starts at 8 o'clock tomorrow morning and goes through 1 p.m. at the Alcazar Shrine.
I need to get myself a chair.
At the door. That's your news on this Friday.
News Radio 1440 is WLWI AM and 95.1 HD3.
This is CBS News on the Hour, your home for original reporting.
I'm Deborah Rodriguez. U.S. employers are hiring by leaps and bounds, and Wall Street is reacting. The Dow up 80 points in early trading after the Labor Department announced 431,000 jobs added last month. CBS News business analyst Jill Schlesinger looks at the bigger picture.
That means that 2022 has started with robust job gains averaging 562,000 per month,
We also now know that there have been 12 consecutive months of job gains as the labor market continues to heal from the COVID pandemic.
The unemployment rate dropped to 3.6%. Buy a new car in 4 years, and it'll be required to get 40 miles a gallon instead of the current 26. The federal government has just announced new fuel economy requirements. The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration says it will undo a rollback of standards set during the Trump administration. No sign of a decline in gas prices yet after the president's order to open strategic fuel reserves, but drivers in several states have been gifted a holiday on gas taxes. The AAA's Tracy Noble.
It's certainly going to be a welcome relief for drivers in Connecticut. 25 cents is a big deal.
North